at the East Side Porch, y'all. I'm so glad that y'all can join us. When I tell you my heart is trembling right now, I'm so disheartened. I'm so devastated to know everything that's going on surrounded by Carmelo Anthony. Charleston White just came out dragging his father. Charleston White is upset that Carmelo father is not really speaking out. He feels like he's lacking in standing up. And Charleston White said he's not donating anything. So also, Charleston White is responding to Austin. That is the guy that passed away, his father. His father said some things, and a lot of people want to respond to that. I do have Tamala here with me. Tamala, how's it going?
Hey, Gigi. Hey, how are you?
I'm all right. Talk to me.
Well, Gigi, one minute they say he's apologizing, then the next minute he went off on Jeff Metcalf for calling him a lonely, drunk, more or less loser. And because at first he was like, more or less trying to have sympathy. I don't think it was apologizing for what happened. He was just apologizing for what he said, and like he didn't want to seem like he had no compassion for the man. But when the man started making racial slurs and then saying what he said about Carmelo and the other stuff, that's when he just went nuclear on him. He started calling Charleston White a drunk and a lonely drunk. He was just going off, and so Charleston White reacted back to that.
Hmm. Yes, he did. All right. So, what we're going to do now, we're going to play some clips that just came out. You guys, this is hot off the calf. And I want you guys to embrace yourself because you guys going to feel some type of way once you find out how Charleston White feel about Carmelo case and everything. I mean, this right here, I couldn't even believe what he was saying. It was really devastating to hear because we're supposed to all come together to fight this, and we need all hands on deck. This is not the time we want to, you know, be divided. Ain't that right?
Oh yes, but the thing, Gigi, with Charleston White is, he says one thing and then he does another. He flip flops and switch lanes real quick because, like I stated in the comment section of something when I heard about what he had apologized about. My thing is they got to you. You're letting them get to you. Why would you let them get to you? Even regardless of what you decide to do, you could have still moved in silence and said what you had to say or do what you had to do. But to let them intimidate you, the bullies. So you telling me that you doing all this talking about how he talking about our race and different things, but you letting them bully you. So then it goes back to what we said about Carmelo Anthony. He was being bullied. This shows right there. And that shows also why the kids are not speaking out. So this shows the character of these people. We're not the one that's being violent. We're the ones that's saying, hey, we got to put an end to all this because it keeps happening to our children.
That's
And
right.
that's what people don't understand. It's happening to our children. We have a right to be upset. It's not their kids that being off on a daily. So we do have a right to be upset. And then when you get the judge is your friend. He gave you a gag order for a reason because he knew you were a loose cannon. He knew Jeff Metcalf was a loose cannon. And that's why he gave him a gag order not to say anything. Because if he would have said something before that trial, Let me tell you something. Karmelo would have walked. Supreme Court, all of that would have walked. Do you understand me? Because now we're seeing the true colors of this man. And now we see where Austin and his twin got this from. You know,
Yeah.
he didn't get it from the mother. The mother is somewhere grieving her child. But guess what? The father is somewhere trying to make some money for his pocket. He don't need to get a darn dime. If anything goes to the mother because he wasn't there. He talking about a one household parent. That's what you were. That's what you left his mother as. So you guys wasn't a two household parent. So you know this man talks a bunch of jibber jab, but he's not listening to what he's saying because he keeps contradicting everything he's stating.
Yeah. And if you guys are in here right now, we need all hands on deck. We need you guys to like this video. And also, yes, I'm live on YouTube, Ashley. On YouTube, you guys can find me at the East Side Porch Talk. My YouTube channel on YouTube is the East Side Porch Talk. All right. So it's an open panel. Feel free to come up here and speak. Let's get these likes up and comment. I'm listening to everybody. We got Brian right here. How you doing, Brian?
How you doing, ma'am? How's your day today?
Good. What are your thoughts
How's
about
your
it?
evening going, ma'am?
Hi,
Good.
hi. We're going good.
Okay.
It's going good,
Okay,
sir.
okay, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so this is the Karmelo. I'm making sure that I'm calling to the right. So this is the Karmelo Anthony thing, right?
Correct.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, okay, okay. So do I speak my opinion or?
Yeah.
Yes, you can
Just
speak your
we,
opinion.
we just gotta be
Very well.
careful with certain words. Please don't threaten anybody or use insults.
Yes. Ew, insults, damn. Yes, ma'am. Oh,
Be
shit. Oh,
creative. Be creative.
oh. All right. Okay, okay. So every, oh, okay, okay. So everything that has started, of course. Um, uh, uh, no insults. Jesus. Okay. Well, so how can I say this so nicely? Um,
Donkey. You can call him a donkey. That's not a.
Well,
can I
no,
say?
you
Can I
can
say?
because that's calling somebody animal names, girl.
Can I say?
Okay.
Oh, Faye? I mean,
I don't even know
Yeah.
what that is. So yeah, that's something made up.
Yes,
oh, that
I
is no,
know.
no, no, no. That is one of the worst names. Never mind. We ain't gonna go back there right now, though. We ain't gonna do that. Okay,
Right.
but look, the I'm with you though. We okay. So as you notice that the 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 dead the dead dude's father, his supporters, see, so they say that it's not about racism. Much understandable. Much understandable. But you got to remember your supporters racist. So now that turns it into a racism thing. Um, like I say, I love, I love all, but we have to understand that when it turns into a racism thing, now it's like, what is your? Ooh, I don't know what your limit is on the show. I don't know what.
I
Um,
get what you're saying. You're saying that they're using
cover.
this case to push more of the racial stuff. This
More
Yes,
hate.
is political. This is political.
yes,
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 it's
ma'am.
more hate.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yeah, that is true. Yes, ma'am. Yes,
So this is
yes.
what I want to know really quick, Brian. I want you to stay right there. I'm going to play this clip really quickly so
Okay,
everybody
okay,
can
okay.
see. This is Charleston White.
His daddy took the Karmelo Anthony case. I ain't put no goddamn money toward that boy. His daddy too goddamn weak for me. I don't like a weak nigga. His dad ain't willing to die, kill, or go to jail for nothing. That nigga just want some bills paid. Karmelo, my heart go out to you if you ever see this video one day. Nigga, I'd rather stand with the Jeff Metcalf nigga than I would with Karmelo's daddy. Nigga is weak, doc-sided, conservative. I ain't standing with no weak ass black man, nigga. I'm off the case. I'm sending the money back. Go get them weak ass nigga Benjamin Crump here. I'm out. I'm off the Karmelo Anthony case. I ain't putting no goddamn money. Standing with no weak ass black man, nigga. I'm off the case. I'm sending the money back. Go get them weak ass nigga Benjamin Crump here. I'm out.
All right. Tamala, your thoughts?
We all know that, I'm just going to say it, we all know that Charleston White can be a sellout. We all know that from history, okay? We know he can be that way, but as far as him saying what he said about Karmelo Anthony's father, he don't have to speak on violence. He don't have to start with that. He can move in silence. See, silence is everything to some people. Because sometimes God tell us, hold our peace. Vengeance shall be his and not ours. He will repay. So if he wants to hold his peace, let him hold his peace. He's a Christian man. So he don't have to get out there like Mr. Metcalf and show a different side. That's not the side he is. So he's standing on business. Regardless if people want him to come out and cuss, fuss, whatever, he don't have to do that. He don't have to. Because
And
he knows
let's not
he's going to
forget
fight it out.
also that his son is trying to do a appeal. So therefore, he's still going to be judged in the limelight while he's trying to get an appeal for his son.
Absolutely. But he still don't have to come out and be like that, even if he wasn't getting appeal for his son, even if that wasn't the case. Do you see what I'm saying? He don't have to be like Charleston White want to say this, and then you turn around and recant your statement. You didn't recant your statement because of the daddy being weak or anything. You recant your statement because what the man stated about him. What the man stated about him. You a lonely drunk. You ain't getting ready to do nothing, and we'll find you. And they found him. Okay. And therefore, guess what? He's on shit mouth now. So he's going against the other grain. Oh, well, we don't need your money. That boy don't need your money. He's rich in spirit, and God got him. So money is coming in for him. For those that are listening, whether you are a millionaire, whether you whatever you got, please help this young man, because it wasn't what they trying to paint it as. It was self-defense. That young man did not come there trying to hurt anybody. And I'm agree once again with Miss Carly B. That man showed more emotions than anybody else that gets up on there and get convicted. He showed emotions before the case and after the case. Do you think that this young man wanted to see another person his age hurt? No, he did not. And y'all got to stop trying to take sides and make it worse than what it is, and just speak the truth. Just like those kids spoke the truth. Just like the cheerleaders that are coming out now. They're speaking the truth because they're tired of lies and they're tired of division. A house that is divided will always fall. And one thing about that Mr. Metcalf is true about, we're always so divided. And Charleston White just proved that. He just proved that he can't stand on business just for a little bit. But thank God for the ones that are coming forward and don't want to see the young man sitting there rotting to death when he has his whole life ahead of him. That boy was a straight A student. He was going somewhere in his life, but the Metcalf sons were not going anywhere. And it wasn't about no tent. Like they try to keep on, quit trying to say, oh, he didn't want to get out from under the tent. He was in the tent first, talking to the other guys. They were speaking to him. They were talking to him before your bully sons came up. And if your son was so hurt about his brother leaving this world, why didn't he help his brother? Why didn't he tell the other players, go get help? You saying you just hearing him cry. but that's not what people actually are saying that was there. So, Mr. Metcalf, you can hate our race, you can hate us, and you can say you gave us something, but you never gave us anything. God gave us everything, and you guys took and took. We know our history, and we're not confused by who we are.
All right, so I'm going to play the video again, and then Brian, I want to get your take on it. You guys, it's
Yes,
an
ma'am.
open panel, so
Okay.
please hit that link in the chat. Come up. We want to hear from you all. If you guys did not know, Charleston White just came out on the internet, and he pretty much said that he is stepping away from Karmelo Anthony case. He said the reason why he's doing it because of Karmelo Anthony father. He feels like Karmelo Anthony father is just weak. I'm going to replay it for you all so you guys can hear it.
Karmelo Anthony case, I ain't putting no goddamn money toward that boy. His daddy too goddamn weak for me. I don't like a weak nigga. His dad ain't willing to die, kill, or go to jail for nothing. That nigga just wants some bills paid. Karmelo, my heart go out to you if you ever see this video one day. Nigga, I'd rather stand with the Jeff Metcalf nigga than I would with Karmelo's daddy. Nigga is weak, dark side is conservative. I ain't standing weak ass nigga. I'm off the case. I'm sending the money back. Go get them weak ass nigga Benjamin Crump there. I'm out.
All right, Brian, you're up right now.
Ma'am.
Your thoughts about it?
Yeah, okay, so okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say, warn me if I go too crazy. Okay, you gotta warn me.
Okay.
Okay, because I don't know, I don't do this. I just called in because I just wanted something to say. So you gotta teach me. All right, so I said, dig the white boy up, dismember him, and put him on the stand. There is no place in the world for anybody that's racist. Even if you have racist kids, they may not understand, but if you're a racist parent and you have children, kill the kids.
Well, hold on now.
See,
No, we
that's
can't-
why
yeah,
that's
we
why I
can't
didn't want to
do
say, ain't no.
Yeah. But
Okay, I'm listening. Go ahead.
but I want to get your response.
Somebody
on-
laughing. Somebody laughing back there though. Somebody's laughing. You
Yeah,
know.
she's laughing.
But
But I
nah, go ahead.
wanted to
Go ahead.
get your response on Charleston White, what he said. But we cannot wish death on anybody, okay? We can't do that.
Okay. So okay. Hey, but see, so what you got though, so with the Charleston White, I actually saw another one with Charleston White talking about the same thing, and he's with the Karmelo family. But then the other one, he's against it. So so basically Charleston White supposedly put up 75,000, which I'm pretty sure you heard, for Karmelo Anthony, of course. He put up 75,000.
Well, he just said he took the money back.
Oh, he did? That's what he said?
Yeah, I just played the clip.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Okay.
Yeah, he said
so
he's stepping away from the case.
I think because, well, then again, the last clip that I had saw, he was apologizing to the Metcalf family. Okay, so I understand. Okay, so but at the same time, the judge was friends with the Metcalf family. I know for a fact that because it's already been appealed. Carmelo's going to win his appeal. I can promise you that.
Okay.
His appeal is going to be won because, see, remember, that is I don't know if that's bias or what they call it, but the judge knew the victim's family. Why are you holding the court where the judge knows the family?
Okay. All right. So
okay.
I want to go and see more Charleston White.
I am removing myself. Okay. I am removing myself from the Karmelo Anthony's case. I am no longer involved with the family. And here's why. I was starting to feel like I was being used for my influence and my connections and resources. When I tell you we raised over $1 million one day, privately, quietly, they wanted to start another GoFundMe. I said, no, I'm not doing the GoFundMe. They wanted to know after we pay for the pill, will the money go to them? No. The extra money don't go back to you. It goes back to the people who gave it. It don't go to nothing else. The money is for the pill. His daddy in the way. I don't like weak. I hate weak men. I'd rather stand with a strong daddy like that Metcalf man than his black weak father trying to play victim. Now, nigga, your son's still living. Hug him, send him some books to read. I got the money. Let's start to work on the pill. Anything else don't make sense. Nigga, what's wrong with you? And I'm telling the nigga, say, homie, everybody believe you playing for the money, nigga. And I'm starting to believe you using me for it. You want to get the money, but then disassociate yourself from me? Nigga, I'm here for that boy. I'm here for your son, nigga. And if this money don't go directly to your son's appeal, you don't get this money. We sent it back. But what's right is right. And if we doing an appeal, the money goes to appeal, not house bills. Not house bills. I am removing myself.
Well, look like
Secret Service Sam here, and I have a message to all my peeps. I'm just going to let you know I've gotten several death threats in the last 24 hours.
Did you hear this, Kamala?
It's not the total first time. If you guys followed me during the Diddy trial, I had 2 private investigators who pulled up into my alley and threatened me and told me not to make the videos I was making, but here I still am. But I just want to let you guys know that this Karmelo Anthony case is such a hotbed in America. Why? Because seems like just a week before this happened, Cyrus Carmack Belton, the 14-year-old, was shot in the back by Rick Chow, chased out of a convenience store. Rick Chow was able to claim self-defense, and he walked. And then literally a week later, Karmelo Anthony claims self-defense and gets the book thrown at him, the maximum sentence. So I just have a message to the Black community. I love you. I don't just love Black culture. I love Black people. You've done so much for me. You've done so much for my career. You've made me who I am, all of my swag, everything, the way I sing, the way I walk, the way I do comedy, the way I teach my children, the way I look at the world is because of you. And I just want to encourage you guys to never, never quit. And I will never quit at all. But I just had to let you guys know that I'm just taking some time. This is new charted territory, and I cover all kinds of court cases. So I am going to be here, all right? And I expose the truth behind the headline.
Ooh, they got to him in Charleston, Kamala. I believe they got to Charleston. I don't know if they threatened him. They must hold on, Kamala. Wait. They must have threatened him. They got something on him that they're going to expose or something like that. But they got to Charleston. That's why he flipped. They got to him. It don't got nothing to do with his daddy. His daddy been the same way since the beginning. So, and then hearing him, yeah, they got to him. This is, whoa. Now you can talk, Tamala. Okay, Brian, thank you so much. I'm going to put you down. Go ahead, Tamala. Hey, Ron, you guys, if you're in the chat, please make sure you guys like this video. Get the likes up. We need all the support we can. All right. This is an open panel, so feel free to hit that link. But I definitely, do you press 2 if you feel like they got the Charleston White? Press 5 if you feel like Charleston White, it flipped because of Karmelo Anthony's father. I definitely feel like they got to him. They did not like, and they made Charleston apologize, I'm hearing too. So I'm going to go here and look at some of the stuff that's going on social media about it. So I'm just going to fast forward. All right. So it's a long video of the Austin Metcalf dad. I put it on this channel. It's like 2 hours long. So if you guys want to hear what this father said, you can go to this channel, the Eastside Porch Talk, and you can look at the video. It's 2 hours long. It's right there, no interruption. So this is just some of the clips.
People out there, I mean, if we want to go back Old Testament, eye for an eye, Sodom and Gomorrah, turn to stone, man lays with a man, you die. I mean, this is all your personal choices. It's none of my business. I stay in my lane. Just don't come in my lane with your. I respect everyone until they disrespect me. I've been disrespected by so many people so many times while I've had to sit here and take it. I'm going to tell you right now, Charleston White, you think you're funny? We'll see who's laughing.
Now wait.
Well, let's fast forward. Why he cut out that part?
Anthony, you're a coward, and you raised one. Kayla, you drunk. What'd you do to that boy to make him stab somebody? My God, what kind of mother are you? Hey, Kevin Hayes, you fucking liar. Day after it happened, how many lies did you sit and type up on your keyboard, you big keyboard warrior? You a big tough man. You still live in Baton Rouge? Remember you said you'd come to Frisco, buddy? You're supposed to find me. I told you we could sit down and talk. That's all you do. Talk, Mr. Squeaky Clean. You're the only one in your family without a damn record. I guess that's something to brag about in your culture. You people hang your hat on the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
You people, you hear that, Tamala? You people. I bet you during this whole trial, him and his buddies is a whole goon. He's packed. He is protected. This man is very protected by so many people, by so much money. They are protecting him. They're propping him up, and they are going to use him to do their bidding. This is a political war.
Let me make one up. Y'all can let me make something racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about Watermelon Felon? How's that one strike you? I hope he enjoyed his first night in that cell last night, because he's going to have many nights to think about what the fuck he did. I forgave him so I don't carry the hate and the anger. So I don't get ate up like cancer and kills you from the inside. It's like me drinking poison and hoping it kills you. It doesn't work that way. You gotta let that stuff go or it will kill you. It will eat you up inside. So when people ask me, how can you forgive him? If I didn't, I would have wound up killing him and going to prison myself. That's how stupid people, when you get irrational, because you can't make a good decision if you're emotional. Emotion and intellect do not mix. If you're emotional, you can't come up with a logical solution.
Now I know that's
Parents, if I have said anything that hurt you, I ask for your forgiveness. Forgive me. I was in my feelings. I was in my emotions.
Ooh, that black man got on his knees. That black man said he was in his feelings, honey. He was in his emotions. Ain't he always in his emotions? Ain't they always in their emotions when they get on the internet? Man. Ooh, Tamala, are you hearing this?
Yes, Gigi. I was just thinking, I mean, I am so blown by all this, because no matter what they think about the parents, no matter what they say the parents did with the money or whatever, no matter what these people are saying, okay, and none of them know if it's true or not. Allegedly, this is what they're saying. But I'm just saying, no matter what, it's about the young man. When is people gonna realize it's about this child? It's not about what his parent done done. It's about he needs a proper defense. He needs to be back in there on his appeal. And I pray that Carly B and all Rick Ross and all the rest of them shows up. Even 50 Cent. You know, I pray that they all show up because this is the time that we have to be united. Because if we keep on being against each other, this is exactly what they want. This is exactly what they want. Did you hear that, man? You people. Then he got to talking about the food stamps. No, y'all got food stamps before we did. Come on now. You get to talking about you gave us enough. What did you give us? You never gave us anything. You mean you took from us? See, this is the type of thing, the reason why I can't really hold and say too much because I mean, you know, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I said what I said to a lot of them last night. Y'all sit there on Sunday mornings or Saturday, whatever day y'all go to church, and holler and praise the Lord, but wish a child would be sexually assaulted. What
Well,
type of
hold on. We can't say that. You know,
okay?
we
Well,
got to
with
be creative.
you know, you wish things and y'all put on that app things about this young man. Is that your thoughts? Is that your thoughts? You should be ashamed of yourself. But I'ma trust God. And like you know, like certain ones said, move in silence because we got to quit telling them what our hand is. See, because that's how they be ready for us. Stop telling them about our hand, what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. Just move in silence. Whoever got anything to help that boy, move in silence. You ain't got to say nothing because I'm just saying, people are saying things that they shouldn't even say, and then people are switching up. This is a kid. He was defending himself. If I actually felt like this young man did something wrong, I would state that. But this young man done nothing wrong. And then most people in comments be hollering, well, then you know they asked him to leave the tent. He was there first. So who gives you the right to tell me I can't be somewhere? See, this is what I say about our people. A lot of them still live in that S mentality. Okay? That back in the 1950s, 40s, 30s, back when all that other stuff was going on, they still live with that same slave mentality. Because at the end of the day, as a child, I'm going to stay there. I'm not going to let you feel like you can bully me and tell me where I can go. Just because I'm a black kid, oh, you got to get out from underneath here. What? I can be here just like you and everybody else. So if they thought that he was so wrong for being there, why didn't you go get the coach? Why didn't you go get his coach? If you really thought this young man was wrong. Because we all got to be right about the situation. Two wrongs don't make a right. Yes, it don't. But at the end of the day, that young man was wrong to put his hands on that other man. He was wrong. I feel sorry that Austin lost his life behind this, but this shows parents, you got to teach your kid at home. Don't mess with nobody else's child. You don't know what's going to happen when you mess with somebody else's child. And then me, I don't even really, in my heart, some keeps telling me, I don't really think that's what he actually died from, the wound. Because the little instrument that he so-called had was only 2 to 3 inches. And plus those young boys was taking, you know, narcotics, stuff that they shouldn't even been messing with. Okay. Why would you take that and you're on a team? Why would you take that? You know, why would you be doing that? That goes to show you what type of mindset that they had. And then that also goes to show you the father's mindset. Because what father sits there and do all that? You showed your true colors, bruh. You showed your true colors. And that's why I always tell my nieces and nephews, they don't like you for real. They just tolerate us. Now, it's a lot of people that is not upholding this, and they're of the other race, but they're not upholding this. But for the ones that hate us, yeah, you get the same in return. Because
Tamala
hey,
is
that's what,
taking it down. Hold on, Tamala. They're not going to disrespect you like this. Tamala is really speaking truth to power to our people, to everybody that's for equality. And y'all mean to tell me we have 44 people in the chat and it's only 9 likes? What a disrespect. What a slap in the face. Okay? This black woman, Tamala here, she could be laying in the bed, sleep, but she's trying to speak truth to power. She's trying to bring more wellness to Karmelo Anthony case. All eyes on deck. We got a platform so you guys can speak, and you guys won't even like the damn video. Come on, we gotta do better, y'all. We gotta do better. We gotta have more energy and more power, okay? And it starts with a simple like, a simple subscribe. You guys need to comment. You guys need to engage more. Okay. I don't agree with Charleston, but you know, he wants the black community to be more aggressive, to be more engaging, and so many is just sitting back. Tamala is speaking, and y'all not liking, y'all not engaging, y'all not commenting, y'all not, you know. We want and expect better from y'all. Go ahead, Tamala.
but Gigi, this is what they know. They know. This is what they know because guess what? You know how they know? Because they just like the enemy Satan studied us, they have studied us for so many generations, 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 generations. They have studied us. So they know 9 out of 10, we're not going to stick together until it hits our front door. Then we want everybody to come to our rescue when it hits your child. Don't wait for it to hit your child. Jump up and say something now. Speak out. It doesn't matter. We don't have to take this. We don't have to promote violence because I do not promote violence. I don't condone it. But at the end of the day, we can speak out and let them know we would not tolerate no lies, no corruption. Just like that movie I watched not too long ago about that man came into that town that was corrupt with that stick, walking tall or whatever his name is. He came in there, he cleaned the whole town up. He didn't tolerate that. And this was a Caucasian man. He didn't tolerate that mess that they had in his town. See, this is a corrupt town. That's why you got to speak out on it. Then they sent that boy to a prison who they say that Metcalf family member works at, but by law, you're not even supposed to be there. If anybody know anything about law, he is not supposed to be where another family member, he done something to one of their family members. He is not supposed to be housed there. Classification is supposed to have a meeting and get on that ASAP. Because anything happens to him, that is a major lawsuit. See, they doing it all wrong. And they know our people is not going to stand up for the truth. They're not going to stand up for the truth because they so scared. What little they gave you, they going to take back. Well, let me just say this. My sisters and brothers, they didn't give you anything. They took from you. And what they took from you, God eventually started allowing you to get it back and to open your eyes. But still, some still sleeping. Gigi, I I don't understand. I I don't understand our culture at all. Because at the end of the day, I say this because my family is multicultural. We have different nationalities in that. So I'm not a racist person, but this is what I'm saying. The certain ones in my family, they can have 10 of them in a house and get along perfect. But we can have 10 of all natural in a house and we cannot get along. You'll always find jealousy and envy and strife with our people. And this is why we need to come together. This is an eye opener for all of us because it's been going on. The kids are being unalived. The kids are being put in situations. The kids are being done certain ways. We got kids right now unaccounted for, missing, and nobody is saying their name.
All right, so I'm gonna play more here. I want to go back to that video.
And I was in my own ideology at that moment. And with that being said, I want to talk to the father, not the mother. When I look at this situation, the absence of the mother in front of the camera lets me know that's a grieving mother. And I want to tell you, Mr. Metcalf, I have no quarrels with you, sir.
Ooh, he bound down, baby. Ooh, they got Charleston White bound down. Took the money
Absolutely.
back and dragged the black family. Karmelo, honey. Ooh, they got that
Absolutely.
behind, honey.
Absolutely.
I do still agree with you.
And that's sad.
I did my best.
That just show you what type of man we have.
I heard you say it, and I made a call without hearing you say it. This is not about race. You have every right to be angry. You have every right to hate. And I'm telling black people, nobody have a right to be mad at you. You don't have a right to be mad at those parents. If we take us out of it and put those 2 kids back of it because we lost 2 children, we're arguing. We brought race into it. Black people introduced it. White people accepted it. From start to now, I've been trying to reject it.
Black people introduced it. Oh, you heard what Charleston said about y'all? He said that y'all introduced racism into this case. He said it's y'all fault.
And nobody did that, Gigi.
Well, that's
Nobody
what
did
Charleston
that.
White said.
Right, but of course he's gonna say it.
Okay, let's play more.
Now, as y'all see, surprise.
Gonna fast forward down.
Fred Flintstone, motherfucker. He's alone, angry, no support system. But he got a new truck thanks to Austin Metcalf death. Got him a fucking new truck. But you know who don't see him around? He don't have a wife. He don't have a girlfriend. He don't have a brother. He don't even have a son that hugs him to show that someone's comforting him. You know how miserable he got to be? He's worse than Karmelo. Because Karmelo is surrounded by a support system. I got a Muslim nigga that run the prison where he's at right now. Been down there 27 years. He's protected. It's going to take a guard to kill him. Won't no inmate do it. I guarantee it. Metcalf, when I look at you, where's your wife, buddy? Who's wiping your tears? Who's jacking your dick?
Oh my God.
Washing your clothes while you so angry about the numbers? You lost your wife, not the BBC. The porn industry didn't take your wife. You lost her, you fucking short.
Oh, oh, they didn't like all that. They didn't like all that. They said, Charleston, you better. You better. I can't stand when they play that damn music. My goodness. So what I'm going to do right now, hold on. Let's play this. DL Hughley has something.
I've ever seen. Let me make something racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about Watermelon Felon? How's that one strike you? I hope he enjoyed his first night in that cell last night, because he's going to have many nights to think about what the fuck he did.
This week, all eyes have been on the Karmelo Anthony trial. Karmelo was at a track meet in his hometown. Karmelo will speak.
Anything to drink?
Oh, these damn commercials. So right now I'm trying to hear DL Hughley. They are saying that DL Hughley has responded. So let me pull this down right here and bring this up once the commercial is done. Look like I got another one. But while we're waiting on it to come back up, okay, it's back up. It's back up. Make sure you guys like this video. All right, so here it goes.
He would say during this interview. Over on Instagram, while sharing part of Metcalf's racially driven, your loss isn't a free pass to spew racist tropes, spread false racist stereotypes about black fathers, or make generalizations about you people. Now, as mentioned, this interview is nearly 3 hours long and also shows Metcalf pretty much dissing everyone involved with the case. Now, despite him opening up about how he's dealing with the loss of his son, people can't help but point out his behavior during the interview. And for some, it's starting to have them question if Austin was like his father, for those that didn't know.
That came from this live stream.
Y'all can let me make something racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about Watermelon Felon? How's that one strike you?
Not that more clips coming, but for any of you that are going to say this is AI, this is fake, this is literally a 3-hour live stream that you can go through and watch. Let me play another clip.
And now you want to talk shit? Oh, I've been so oppressed. You couldn't even vote 1960. Look how far you've come. Look at all the free shit we give you. You're not oppressed. You're fucking entitled. You know what DEI stands for? Yeah. Means I don't have to be fucking qualified. I just have to be a certain color or race or gender. Whose bright ass idea was that? I don't know about you, but when I grew up, there was no participation trophy. There wasn't a safe space created for me because my feelings were hurt.
Now, watching this, I remind myself that Austin was a child, was being raised with somebody that's spewing this kind of mentality.
If a motherfucker my son, I ain't doing no interview. I'm a different kind.
Because Austin Metcalf's father got angry and suddenly all this ugly stuff started coming out. All these names, all these insults, all this hate. And what stood out to me wasn't even the anger. It was the fact that some people seem offended that Karmelo Anthony is still alive. Some of y'all want this story to end with 2 dead kids instead of 1. Some of y'all don't want accountability. Y'all want revenge. And those are 2 different things. The truth is, no amount of interviews, social media posts, name calling, or public outrage is going to change what happened.
So as you guys can see, a lot of people are bothered by this interview. Typically don't fully content. You can just write.
All right, I want to go.
Say this to the Metcalf parents. If I have said anything that
Little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about
EVUP?
All right, so I'm going to go here. I'm going to go to TikTok. I want to see what's the latest thing that's going on with Anthony case, what people are saying.
Y'all, somebody has got to clear the record on this Karmelo Anthony situation. And before I say what I'm about to say, I have dedicated the last 12 years of my life to studying Black history and advocating for the Black community. I am a true ally. So please hear me out. Karmelo Anthony brought a 3.5-inch serrated Ozark Trail knife to a track meet, not a cleat tool. He was asked to leave the tent 15 times and refused. He was not jumped by 4 guys, but literally had a 10-second interaction with 1 individual and responded to a shove with a knife to the heart. His sentence is disproportionate to other cases and reflects anti-Black bias in our criminal justice system, but Karmelo Anthony is guilty of murder. And he deserves to be behind bars along with Kyle Rittenhouse, Rick Chow, and George Zimmerman. And if you all are going to go around comparing this to Jim Crow or to a lynching, then you're going to lose every ounce of credibility this racial justice movement has. Somebody has got to clear the record on this Karmelo Anthony situation. And before I say what I'm about to say, I have dedicated the last 12 years of my life to studying.
All right, I want a response, Tamala.
Well, Gigi, he's telling the truth. Somebody's got to speak out because look, he's telling. Look what happened to Rick Child. Kyle went in there and did what he did to those people. Come on now, who does that? You go into a church and you just feel like you want to do it, and then they want to say, "Oh, they got mental illness." Make every excuse in the book why they can't be charged. Oh, George Zimmerman, what he did to Trayvon Martin. Come on, that young man wasn't even bothering you. And not only that, I'm going to say the up to date case. Ahmaud Arbery, who lives in Brunswick, Georgia, was going through the community where he lives, not too far. And all of a sudden, here comes the truck, a truck of Caucasian people following him as he jogged, trying to act like he's a thief. But when they make the 911 call, the dispatcher lady told him, do not pursue him. What is your location? They turned off the phone, hung it up, rather, so they wouldn't hear the rest. But see, that's what got them. That's what got them. Because see, they tried to lie, and people saw through those lies. And that's why we got to stand up now for Karmelo, so people can see through those lies. We got to stand up for where Breonna Taylor didn't get justice. Different ones, come on. A lot of our men and children didn't get justice. Women, they didn't get justice. Sandra, she didn't get justice. People are doing whatever. This young lady that just been hit in North Carolina in the face by a police officer, she called to help her because she was mentally ill. But you beat her in her face.
Well, let's watch our language when we say mental ill and how we are talking about.
Well,
we got to be more descriptive.
She had some issues, and she called for help.
All right. Well, we got another clip. So let's just go through the clips and get some response. All right. Let's go.
Stop being an idiot and stop embarrassing those of us who look like you with your foolishness. I'm talking to those of you out there who are taking part in this new trend where you run up on a random white person that you see and you accuse them of being one of the jurors on the Karmelo Anthony trial, and you take out your anger and aggression on them. I know why you're doing this. I'm not stupid. We all know that there is a template now. You've seen this for the past probably 10 years now, where if your skin color looks a certain way, guess what? You basically can get away with just about anything you want with no consequences. Or if someone actually retaliates against you for acting a fool, then you're the first one who's going to be entitled to some sort of GoFundMe payout or the George Floyd treatment or so on and so forth, right? Let me tell you, that game is played out. No one is going to tolerate that behavior anymore. I'm surprised they tolerated it this long to begin with. But the fact of the matter is, there's far too many people out there who are engaging in this behavior thinking there will be no consequences, and they're unintentionally embarrassing the entire collective whole of their race as a result. They're not going to get the treatment they think they're going to get. They're actually going to get something far worse, and they're actually creating a deeper racial divide because they cannot simply act like normal human beings. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick of being lumped in with them, and I'm sick of people dragging down the collective whole with their foolishness. So don't be an idiot. Don't put yourself in a situation where you could become the next George Floyd or Karmelo Anthony, because you're not going to get the hero's welcome or the hero's reception you think you're going to get.
All right, Tamala.
On certain things, I do agree with them. I do agree with him. You just can't go out lashing out at everyone, but you can put it where it belongs, and that's what, and you can do it the right way, because what Jeff Metcalf's doing, that's not the right way. It just showed the whole world.
They are still talking about the doctor, the fake doctor. Go ahead. Ryan. I'm sorry. They are saying deal. Go ahead.
Oh, and it just shows Jeff Metcalf just showed America what type of person he really is. And if it is political, and if it is he's trying to get in mega or whatever, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And the thing is, I feel for Miss Metcalf, because I'm pretty sure she had to go through a lot with this man that she called husband once upon a time, called husband. And I'm pretty sure she's kind of beating her breast, because she know, if I could have did better for my children, they wouldn't have been staying with their father, and they could have learned a different way. Because people have to put the blame where the blame lies. Little children are not taught to hate one another. They're not taught. When you go right now, take some kids to a playground. They don't care what color these kids are. They do not care. They're willing to play. But when you hear the child's mother say, "Come over here, get over here now," you know what they teaching their kids. So, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm sorry that they lost their child. Their child lost his life. But if they would have taught parenting, really taught parenting, and hold their child accountable when he done something wrong. But see, the whole county, the whole that Collins, whatever county that is, the whole place, let the daddy, let those brothers get away with everything. It's a whole lot of wiping it away, hitting it on, tapping it on the rug. And see, you couldn't tap this on the rug. You couldn't make this disappear. And you're really not mad at Karmelo Anthony family. You're really mad at yourself. But you're taking it out on them because it looks good, because they are a different color. So instead of saying, I'm the fault, I'm the problem, he wants to put it on them parents, and he wants to put it on Karmelo, because you can hear the hate he has for Karmelo. Since y'all think he's such a good, why would a parent say that? That right there goes to show you he has envy of how the child is raised. Since y'all think he's so good, why? Who would say that? Yes, he is good. He saved a child's life when he could have lost his own. And he didn't look at that child's color. And that child wasn't an African American child that he saved their life. So at the end of the day, stop the bull crap. And our people, let's take a stand. Even if you got to move in silence and help the parent. We don't have to say it out loud, what we're going to do. No matter what. If you want to help that parent, help that parent. Help Karmelo. That child needs to be saved, y'all. If we could just save one of our kids. If we could start with one, then we can reach the rest of them.
All right, let's get to another clip.
So I've heard a lot about justice for Karmelo, right?
What you mean, justice for Karmelo? I would have stabbed that nigga too. Why he don't go? Hey, I would have did it to him. I promise I would have. I would have did it to him.
But why?
I would have did it to him and his brother.
Okay, but for what reason?
Let me tell you why. Yeah. Them little boys came looking for trouble. Okay. When you come looking for trouble, you don't know what fucking outcome going.
Sure.
You don't know what outcome. You rob a bank. You don't know if you're gonna get the money.
Wait, somebody robbed the bank?
Hold on, listen real quick.
Man, you want to say dumb, man.
Listen.
No, I'm trying.
No.
No, I want to hear. Yeah. Let's talk about it. All right.
You can record it, motherfucker.
Yeah. No, I want to.
You rob a bank,
insight,
right? You rob a bank, right? You might get the money. You might go to jail. You might be dead, right?
Right.
You fuck with the wrong motherfucker. It's the same way. Them boys were looking for trouble. You know what happened? He got stabbed and he died because he went looking.
Lord, why did he have to use an analogy of robbing a bank? They already think your ass is a fucking criminal. Damn. They already look at you as a criminal. And your ass you couldn't use any other example than robbing a damn bank.
Well,
for trouble.
But that's the first thing that probably came off the top of his head.
You couldn't see that between your fucking little ass brain, motherfucker.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Lord have mercy. Oh my God. Y'all gotta be black people. Y'all have to be more smart in how you react because they know you feel with emotion and they gonna get you with that. What are your thoughts about that before I can continue to play?
I'm just gonna say
What the
that
fuck?
this I'm just gonna say
Girl,
that
you
this young
know
man
they having a
right here.
time with this shit, right? You know they having a time with this right here. Look at him. Look, 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 look. He about to hit him now. Look, look.
But GG, that's what I'm trying to say. You know, um, it's just really. I'm being honest with you. We just need to get a grip, and we just need to do it the right way, and we need everybody needs to move the right way. I hope whoever sees this realize we need to move the right way. We don't need to move with violence. We don't need to condone it because let me tell you something. We are walking in our shoes, our ancestors' shoes. We got to walk. A lot of them, when they were getting beat, they prayed to God. God still hears these cries to this day. And at the end of the day, we got to move in silence. We got to be on one accord. And if we're going to help this family, we got to do it. And we got to do it by every means necessary, other than violence, because this family needs our help. You know, people putting out lies like they went out and bought cars and a house. They didn't go out and buy that stuff. You know, people just lie. People just lie and fabricate and stuff like that. But guess what? Let me just say this. Both of his parents are crying on national TV talking about Carmelo, but Miss Metcalf is the only one that is crying and hurt. Mr. Metcalf is trying to get his pockets fat, sitting on there making racial shares, hoping they run up the tab for him. See, this is not what we're trying to do, guys. We're not trying to let that happen. See, that's what I'm saying. They took down Karmelo Anthony's, okay? But they didn't take down the rest of them. They didn't take down Kyle's. They didn't take down a few others. You go on there and look. They're still getting to this day thousands of thousands. So we know what it's about with the Metcalf, Jeff Metcalf. He never cared about them boys. And I'm sorry to say that. But he didn't care about them boys like he didn't care about their mother. And I'm pretty sure them boys was very angry, especially Austin. He was very angry because he saw a lot going on in the home as a child, and it continues to go on this day. You see what the mother had to deal with? Let's pray for her because she done went
Look,
through a lot with this
when
man.
they want y'all to do an interview, can y'all please just say, no, I'm not gonna do it right now. Right now, I'm in my feelings, and I know I'm representing my people. Okay, because this did not do him any justice. This did not do the black community any justice. From the robbing the bank, from the cussing out, none of it. Okay, they are definitely using this. They are figuring out the ways how they're going to set you all up. And you guys know the president and the politics right now, it's on their side. I'm surprised Trump hasn't spoken out about it. Are you surprised Trump haven't spoken out, or did he speak out and I missed it?
I'm not surprised because I don't think this is something
No,
that
I'm
Trump wrote.
asking, did he speak out?
No, he did not. To my understanding, I haven't heard him speak out on anything. But I don't think Trump wants to engage in this type of stuff. I just don't want that. I think they want to engage in it to get Trump's attention. You know, Gigi,
I'm here.
really. Trump has, he got a lot of other
No,
things.
Trump, girl, please. Trump talk about the
What I'm
NBA
saying,
players.
I
Trump
know
talk
that, but
about any stupid stuff. So
Gigi,
Trump is not
Gigi,
above talking about this.
I'm
And
not saying that. He never came out. So I'm saying, Gigi, he never spoke on this.
All right,
So
so
I'm
I've heard
saying
a lot about.
these people want to get his attention because they want to be on Mega. They want to be with Mega. Okay. They want to be up there. They trying to get his attention.
all right, so let's look at this.
Karmelo Anthony murdered Austin Metcalf. There is no other way to slice it. How else do you explain, or can you explain you at a track meet appearing in a visitor's tent, Austin Metcalf and his brother, according to reports, come over to you asking you to leave because you're sitting under their tent. An argument ensues. Folks have said it spanned more than 5-6 minutes. Others said it went as long as 15. A two-hand shove is believed to have happened by one witness. Another witness said it was a one-hand shove. How does that justify Karmelo Anthony pulling out a knife and stabbing Austin Metcalf to death? How? How? Some would argue, what the hell were you doing at the track meet with a knife to begin with? Others would argue, it wasn't like you were in fear for your life. There were witnesses around. There were people around. At worst, they might have expected fisticuffs, if that. A matter of fact, one witness was quoted as hearing Austin Metcalf said, "I don't want to fight you. I don't want to fight you." But Karmelo Anthony saying, "Touch me, put your hands on me, and watch what happens." A witness, not a witness to the actual stabbing, but somebody who was in attendance in the immediate aftermath of the stabbing, reportedly, according to testimony, sworn testimony, on the stand said they went to Karmelo Anthony, who had jogged away from the area of the incident. They walked up to him and they said, "What happened?" He said he put his hands on me, as in Austin Metcalf. He put his hands on me, so I stabbed him. That's not justification for killing someone. Karmelo Anthony murdered Austin Metcalf. There is no other way to slice it. How else do you explain, or can you explain you at a track meet appearing in a visitor's tent, Austin Metcalf and his brother, according to reports, come over to you asking you to leave because you're sitting under their tent. An argument ensues. Folks have said it spanned more than 5-6 minutes. Others said it went as long as 15. A two-hand shove is believed to have happened by one witness. Another witness said it was a one-hand shove.
What?
How does that justify Karmelo Anthony pulling out a knife and stabbing Austin Metcalf to death? How? How? Some would argue, what the hell were you doing at the track meet with a knife to begin with? Others would argue, It wasn't like you were in fear for your life. There were witnesses.
All right. So I want to know in the chat right now, press 5 if you agree with Stephen A. Smith. Press 7 if you disagree with Stephen A. Smith. I want to know, how do you guys feel? Where's your stance? Also, get these likes up. Let's like this video. But I wonder your thoughts. Tamala, do you have any thoughts on this?
Yes, Gigi. Stephen A. F. Smith, it's how he put it. There's no other way to slice it. That is something I would have never said. I wouldn't have never put it in that term. So, but I'm gonna say this. When if we're on school property, when do we say what is ours? If you didn't bring that tent there, how can you say the tent was theirs? If that tent was there because they were football players and track, he's in track and he was sitting under there, who has the right to say that's your tent? That wasn't his tent. That wasn't personal property. So that's where I get off with Stephen Smith. How can you say that? That's not even personal property. Now, if I come to your house and I'm in your backyard, that's your personal space. But a space where everybody can come at, it's not personal property. So anybody can be there. So just because you asked me to leave doesn't mean that I have to leave. I don't care if you ask me 15 times. It doesn't mean I have to get up and give you my seat. It doesn't mean that I have to leave whatsoever. Now, the reason why you asked me to leave, because of the statement you made earlier, I wish one of them, M's will come, So that's what you stated earlier. So he's underneath there. So you want to throw your weight around. You a big dude. You want to throw your weight around. So what if I said, if you touch me, you will find out? He's just telling you, don't put your hand on me. And when you turned around and put your hand on me, I gave you forewarning. That's just like if you come to my house and I say, get off my property. And I come up there and I fire at the air, up in the top of the sky, up in the air. But you still won't leave my property. Now, who is the aggressor? Was it him or Kyle? No, it was Kyle. Was it Karmelo or Austin? It was Austin, because Austin put his hands on him. He gave you forewarning. Don't come in my space, man. Don't put your hand on me. I have a right to tell somebody that. That's my personal space.
I want to know, do you guys agree with Tamala? If you guys agree with Tamala, press 2. If you guys disagree with Tamala, press 4. Where you guys at, let me know. And also, let's get the likes up in the chat. We can do better than we're doing. Come on, let's get the likes up. So, go ahead.
Gigi, they keep hollering the tent. But let's be real about it. It wasn't about the tent. Let's be real about it. That's what I'm getting ready to say. People keep hollering the tent. Oh, he told him to get off on the tent. Really? So you mean to tell me this boy was arguing with him about a tent? No, it wasn't about a tent, Gigi. It wasn't about a tent. And God knows it wasn't about a tent.
All right. So let's look at this. Let's look at this.
About the fact that Frisco ISD won't be releasing the video footage of Karmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf. The Attorney General even signed off on it.
Can I stand that music? But I'm hearing about Austin and cheerleaders.
Oh yes. Cheerleaders have been complaining to the school about these young boys. Yes, especially Austin. Yes,
All
making comments about them. Some of them was very inappropriate, but nobody did anything.
right, I'm gonna play it.
Secret Service Sam here with a Karmelo Anthony Austin Metcalf update. Here is an email I have obtained. I believe it to be real. Just listen to this. One of the cheerleaders complaining about the twins. Coaches, the other cheerleaders and I have tried to make an effort to stay supportive and spirited throughout the football season. However, the disrespect we feel coming from some of the football players is making it very difficult. Today, after our game against Liberty, some of us cheerleaders in uniform went to Canes. While talking amongst ourselves about the loss, Hunter Metcalf stood up and yelled that my friend and fellow varsity cheerleader is a fat bitch. I don't understand what triggers his rages, but to yell this unprovoked made us all really upset and was incredibly embarrassing for my friend, as everyone is in Canes looked at her and started laughing. We see the Metcalfs act out time and time again, but we trust that there is no repercussions or some sort of consequence, so we stay out of it. But for it now to be directed towards one of the people that shows up to every game to support and cheer them on is astounding to me. After they left Canes, one of the other football players told us that Hunter said his hands were bisexual, implying that he would not only hit guys, but also girls. She is not embarrassed, but genuinely scared, especially after seeing the way he can act on the field. I'm only coming to you because I feel that you should be aware that he is acting like this in public spaces, which is not good for our school's representation and is discouraging us from keeping the cheerleading them on. I'm sorry for even having to come to you about this, but after tonight, it truly feels like it's getting out of hand. I recognize that he may be upset that we lost, but there is no justification for the way he treated my friend tonight. I would also appreciate for my name to stay confidential, as I fear what they would do if they knew. Why did Mike Howard not enter this in Karmelo Anthony's defense? There's so much that has been left out of this trial.
Ooh, sounds like he is a bully. And it sounds like he goes around provoking people to anger. And I know that the Metcalf, you guys say you're Christians, but did you raise him with Christian values and Christian morals? Because he didn't walk around with, what would Jesus do? He didn't have that attitude. He was not a follower of Christ, because a follower of Christ is not going around provoking people to anger. A follower of Christ is not going around calling people names, insulting people. So it seems like he went around to provoke people to anger, and that is a sin. That's a wicked sin. You know, that's where he met his demise. He went and he provoked Karmelo Anthony to anger, and then he died.
And you know, Gigi, I totally agree with you. Everything you said. You know, it's like it goes back to what I said earlier too. It starts at home. You know, you going around bullying everybody. Your dad is slapping it all on the wrist, intimidating other ball players and everybody. You know, those kids that made that first statement, Gigi. I'm gonna be honest with you. And I keep it and it keep bugging at me, but I'm gonna say it and I'm gonna say it again. Those kids gave their honest statement the first time.
Hold
They
on,
gave their honest statement.
wait. I gotta say something to Love. Okay, now Love, you said you love your color more than God. Well, let me tell you this. All right. Now, I'm assuming that you are European. All right. You know you. How can I do it? The Jesus that you deflecting, you know his ass is not pale, and you know that is not his color, his hair texture. So you need to really take that down. That's blasphemy. Okay. You know that ain't his goddamn skin complexion. You know that's not his hair. So I don't idolize God skin color. I mean that's what you do. You know, you idolize his skin color, his hair. Um That's what you do. You put them in a poster, you praise them, you do all that. Now God lives within me, so I don't idolize a skin color. I think you're sadly mistaken. Now, if you're talking about certain people, I can't speak for them, but I can speak for myself. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna throw that at you. Don't get me activated because I'm being really nice. Go ahead, Tamala.
Yes, and so Gigi, I'm just saying, you know, if you can see from the way that Daddy is, that that's where Kyle got that at. Because like I go back to say, the mother is weeping. The mother hasn't really said much. She's really the one that's really hurt. But the daddy, he ain't got no emotions. And when he said the yesterday when you played
Hold
the
on.
video,
Hold on. Love. Love says, I'm American. I'm American too, boo. But your people was not born in America. Your ancestors were come from England, okay? England, Scotland, French. Where are your people really from? Do you know? Okay? So let's not play all that. And America was created how many, what, a few hundred years ago? It's probably the newest country. So please, America just got here, baby. Okay, it just got here. So please hang it up flat screen. All right.
but Gigi,
Hold
and
on.
I'm just
Okay, Jesus Christ is Jesus, and can you please stop with the Christ because that is not his last name. So Jesus is a Jew and he's white looking. Tamala.
Jews,
Now
and
hold
see,
on,
she don't
wait.
even
Is he white looking? I don't let
no
me tell you
Jewish.
something. I don't care what Jesus' complexion is, but I know he's
If
not
they're
white
gonna say
looking.
that Jesus is a Jew, well then she don't know her. Then she don't know her colors because Jews are olive skin. Gigi, they're
Well,
olive
I
skin.
heard he was one of them Jews. I heard it because that's
Yes,
who
he is
who
a
took
Jew,
him
but
out.
he's not
His own
white.
people
He's
took him
not
out.
white.
Yeah,
Right? He's not white.
the
He
Muslims
has
in the Middle
olive
East.
skin
Yeah, the
and thick
Muslim in
hair
the
like
Middle
we
East
do.
ain't pale and white. You know what I'm saying? They not white, honey. Y'all don't give them the white treatment. Shit.
Right. And don't
Y'all
roll
don't
out
give them the
pocket
white
for
treatment, honey. Give it up. You worship olive skin God, okay? Ain't no pale God. Ain't no white God. A white God don't exist. Okay. Ooh, don't that hurt you? I know you got to feel some shit right there. A white
them.
God does not exist. Okay. They lied to you if they told you that. Ah.
And
Ooh,
then
how
Gigi,
you feel?
Gigi, they cannot be in the sun. So Jesus was always in the sun. Now that should tell you something.
Oh God.
It's the truth. They can't be in the sun without suntan lotion. Jesus didn't have to use no suntan lotion. He walked day and night doing his father's will. So come on.
Oh. Okay, Mr. Jim talking about we not crying for oppression. Yes, you is. Yes, you is. You crying because you can't say the N-word. Wham, wham, wham. Why can't we say the N-word? They taking away our freedom of speech. All you do is cry and whine. Okay. Man by man by. Okay, you cry.
They've been whining and crying from day one. As they girl. Gigi,
Mr.
they just
Jim, I bet you won't get on YouTube. I bet you won't make a whole video on TikTok and say it. I bet you won't go out in these streets. I dare you. Go out in the hood. I want you to go into the black neighborhood and say that in front of the black neighborhood in the streets, in front of a lot of black men. Go to any gas station and say it. With a
right.
whole bunch of black men at. Go to any corner store and say with a whole bunch of black men at. Matter of fact, Go to a church on Sunday. Since you love Jesus so much, go to a black church on Sunday and say that word in front of the congregations, and let's see how Jesus gonna stand with you. Okay? I double dare you. And when you do it, get on camera and do it. Don't be scared about it. Okay? You can do anything on this keyboard, but do that in real life amongst real black people. Go to the black church, go to the corner store with a black man at. Go there and do it. But you don't got it in you because you scared. Okay? Go ahead. Ooh, honey. I told you don't get me activated. Shit. I'm gonna laugh at you. Oh my goodness. Tamala, you better go. Let me play this stuff. Cause honey, man.
That we will keep it awake, and I will always expose their secrets for the community. Secret Service Sam Out Sampson for president of the world. Secret Service Sam here with a Karmelo Anthony Austin.
He said, I bored you people. But you know all our rap songs. You love looking at sports. You know why? Because black people make sports great. Okay? Okay? You don't avoid us. You stay looking at black people. You get on this internet trying to find black people. That's why black streamers are the number one. Hello. Okay? What brings all Americans together? Football. And who dominate football? Black people. If it wasn't for black men, y'all as America wouldn't come together. Okay? Football makes sports. It brings people together. Black people always bring people together. With the music, well, maybe that's a bad example. But y'all listen to it. Y'all go to the damn concerts. Y'all love Kanye West ass. Oh, y'all can't get enough of Kanye West. You love. So no, you don't avoid. You run to it. Okay. Oh my God. DEI is over. That's what you say. Okay. And so what? I mean, let y'all tell it. Then y'all say the clear women was the ones that benefited the most from it. That's what I heard, Yeah. So what you want, a cookie for that? You want a cookie? Yeah. You want a cookie? Can't shoot me online, genius. I don't want to shoot you. I want to love you, Mr. Whatever. I don't have hate in my heart. I don't want to harm you. I don't want you to die. Are you crazy? No. I just want you to wake up. I want you to be woke. Okay. You need to be woke. Okay. I want you to get woke.
Gigi, you're a man.
Oh my God. Okay, Brian Hill came back. Brian Hill, I don't want to get you activated. Love says Section 8 is over. Work. Ooh, honey, I bet you won't say that in the hood though. Love, you talking all that shit online, but I double dare you to go in the hood and say it. I double dare you to go to a black church and get on a mic and say it, because you scared. You can say that shit to me because I ain't gonna do shit. I'm one of them black folks that's not gonna cuss you out. I'm not gonna do anything. So you feel like it's safe to say it with me because you know me. But I bet you won't do it to the real black ones. I bet you won't do it there, love. Okay? Oh, love, you won't go to the black churches or the black corner stores or the black gas stations of the hood and say all that stuff. You won't say it. You know who to say it to, love. You can say it to me. Okay? But honey, you ain't gonna say it to the real hitters. You ain't gonna say it. I can't. Where's that cheerleader girl at? So what do I look at? Do I look at Austin Metcalf cheerleader, or do I look at Carmelo?
Gigi, I saw it on
Or did we just watch it? Did we
yeah,
just
we
watch
just
it?
yeah,
Okay,
we just heard what Sam said. Yeah, Secret
okay,
Service Sam said.
okay. We just watched it. All right, all right. Let's see what other people are saying.
You guys are upset about the Carmelo.
Okay, I can't hear with all that music. I'm not gonna play music like that.
And another thing, Gigi, why are they keep trying to hide the video? If everything that they said is correct, why are you hiding the video? Why won't you give up the video? Why? That's why I know it's none of that. What they're talking about is the truth, because they will show exactly what was going on. It will show. I'm telling you, it's so much that's wrong about this case that they trying to make right about this case. It's so much wrong, but I feel like that in my heart, I feel like somebody's gonna come out. Somebody, it's gonna eat at somebody. Somebody gonna be at service Sunday
Hold on.
service
Mike
and
gonna
feel they
say the Democrat Party fought to keep y'all in chains, and they still got y'all in chains today. Well, ain't you happy about that, Mike? Or do you want us free, Mike? Huh? Do you want to get justice for the black people? Huh? Because all this right here, Mike, stop pandering to us. Trying, oh my God, they did you so wrong. Mike, stop. Go get a biscuit and suck on the gravy, okay? Okay. The Democrats been pissed off ever since the Republican fed their slaves. Oh, but you know what, Mike? Can I tell you something? Didn't y'all lose? What is that? They lost, didn't they? The Confederate. The South versus the North, and they lost, and they still big mad over that. Kamala? Damn, just what I
yes,
need.
Gigi.
What is it?
Yes,
What was that
Gigi.
called? What was that called?
What called Gigi?
The war, honey.
We had Civil War. We had the Korean War.
I ain't talking about no
We
damn
had the
Korean
Civil
War.
War.
I'm talking
We
about
had
the
the
Civil
Civil
War.
War.
I'm talking about the
Yeah,
Civil War with the Confederate flag. What was the name of
yeah.
that war?
Oh,
Where
Gigi.
where the South was, hold on, you sleepy girl. Where the South was fighting to keep the slaves and to keep segregation. I guess Tamala don't know that one. What's that? I know y'all know. What's that war y'all lost? Put in the comment section. What war did they lose, y'all? Huh?
You talking about which one you talking about,
It's only one
Gigi?
war where they were fighting to keep segregation and they wanted the slaves.
Oh, that was the American Civil War, Gigi.
God damn it, shit. It's only one war like that. And
American
they
Civil
lost.
War, Gigi. And it was about segregation. It was about segregation, the North and the South, Gigi.
And they wanted to keep them damn slaves.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wanted to keep the slaves. That's why y'all mad. Y'all still mad about that. And got the nerve to have that flag when you lost. Loser. 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 Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, but I don't want to be on a loser's team. Okay? I stay on a winning team. Is that why you're mad? Okay. Loser. Just like y'all said, we don't give awards to losers, right? It's a winner and there's a loser. And clearly history have stated you're the loser.
The history has not only stated this, but it's been proven fact over and over because they haven't got anything on their own accord, Gigi. Everything, I'm gonna just say this: if you go and really see and really people know their history, everything started with us. Everything started with us. We were the first
Did you
rodeo.
hear
We
that,
did the first
Republicans?
rodeo.
Hold on,
We did that.
Republicans, if you want our vote, because I know that's what y'all want, the Republicans want the black vote so bad. You better listen to this black lady and take heed and take notes, Republicans, okay? Y'all gonna learn today, okay?
Yes.
Because
It started
Republicans,
with the
y'all are desperate for our votes. Come
they
on.
didn't go out there and they talking about cowboys, and they was never cowboys. Our men went out there and wrestled the cattle. Okay, so you know they always talk about something that they didn't even make. The first pilot, you know, they call Amelia Earhart. They try to steal everything from us, but Amelia Earhart was not the first. It was we had a black lady that was first. You know, I can't forget, I can't remember her name, but I remember this when I was living in Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's when I first realized about the Black Wall Street when I was living there. We had everything first, and it was taken from us. They hated to see us with this stuff, Gigi, and they burned it down. They were they were unallowing our people to take
Love
the
gonna
stuff.
say this. Love gonna say blacks is only 12%. Baby, we only 12% and we're so much powerful. Now, could you imagine if we had the same percentage you have, baby, you wouldn't even hold a motherfucking candle to
Gigi,
us.
Gigi,
You
she
know
can't
that.
hold a count. She cannot hold a
Woo!
candle to
Well,
us.
hold on. With
We had
12%,
the first Wall Street. Let me
hold
tell
on,
you something.
girl.
I live in Georgia.
Get the
Okay, what
lights
you know.
up, y'all. Get the
Let
lights
me tell
up.
you something. Lake Lanier. People come to Georgia to go to Lake Lanier. They have had drownings in Lake Lanier. Okay, but what they failed to realize, you burned Oscarville, which was a whole community of blacks that they owned. Okay, so like I can go on and on, tell you what happened in Chicago, the massacre there, the massacre in Wisconsin. Nothing belonged to them. Nothing has. That's why our people got to quit listening to this black and white and know that it's in living colors. They try to change our history. You cannot rewrite what I already know. I didn't learn this in no history book. I learned this from my mother. And then when we was traveling in and out of the country, that's where I learned mine at. So at the end of the day, they could never. That's why they fear us, Gigi. That's why they always try to say we're intimidating. No, because that's what they want to instill in people's mind and hearts. Because they fear us. Because we are a powerful people. Didn't you know? I hate to put biblical in it, but God said, if my people, He talking about us. We are
Now, let
chosen
me
ones.
ask you, do you think black people are the chosen ones, God's chosen people?
Yes, I do. Yes, I
Oh.
do.
Well, I want
I
to
do.
ask the chat. Press 2 of you guys, Republicans. Do you hear that? Republicans, are you going to accept that black people are God's chosen people, Republicans? See? Until y'all accept that, you will not get the black vote. Okay? Press 5 if y'all agree with Tamala that black people is God chosen people. Press 5. Come on now. Come on now. All this melanin. Okay. Press 7 if you disagree. Press 7 if you disagree. Come on. You heard it. You hear it, Republicans. Right here, we got Republicans in our midst that's desperate for our votes. You hear that, Republicans? Yeah. There you go. Go ahead, Tamala.
Yeah, they know it's true. They know it's true. They never created anything. They never started anything. They just took. They always took what they, and then they want to say, oh, well, your people sold you guys to us. No, no. They didn't have a choice after you guys put the pressure. Let's call it what it is. It started with you guys, but it's going to end with the one who created the world. And it wasn't Christopher Columbus. He never discovered no America. Okay? Y'all would like to believe that the Indians stumbled up on this, okay? Which are our ancestors. That's why you see, oh, they got high cheekbones. Of course. Some of us are Cherokee. Come on now. Some of us are Apache. We got different. So at the end of the day, we know our history, but do you know where you came from? That's it, Gigi. Go ahead.
All right. Y'all, let's get the likes up. Are you guys enjoying this chat with me and Tamala? If you guys enjoying us talking, press a 3. Let us know how y'all feel about it. All right, so let's hear him.
One thing about black folks, we gonna not take accountability for something. Well, let me not say we, because I ain't got shit to do with Karmelo Anthony stabbing that boy. But let's just be for real. Y'all are sitting out here creating all these bullshit narratives instead of sticking to the truth. Y'all want to believe these lies so much when the truth right there in your face. It was an all-white jury. That's a lie. It was not an all-white jury. You can go and look it up for yourself. It just wasn't any black people in the jury, but it was not all white. Oh, they was about to jump him. Who is they? Because according to the people who saw the whole thing take place.
Okay, let's not lie. How many races are there? How many races? Put in the chat, how many races are there, you guys? Tamala, do you know?
Gigi, you don't have to argue with facts.
No, I want to ask, do you know how many races?
Yes.
How many races?
There's more than one.
I said how many? Girl,
Look, okay, we got Asians. We got Mexicans.
Okay, time out. No, Mexican is not a race. Mexican is not a race. Y'all do know that, right?
Yes.
Press 1 if you know Mexicans are not a race. Mexicans are not a race. So, was there any Asians in the jury? Were there any Asians on the jury? Hello?
No, Gigi.
Okay, so
No,
that take one race out.
But hold
on, wait, let me do something.
Okay.
Was there any blacks on the jury?
I didn't see any.
All right, so that's 2 races that's out. Was there any Indian, Alaska natives on the jury?
I didn't see any.
All right, that's another race. Shit, that's all the races. And then the last race is what, whites? That's it. If they're talking about Hispanics, either you black Hispanic or white Hispanic. But
or
Hispanic,
you American Indian or Native Hawaiian.
I know, we're talking about the jury, sweetheart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But you said it was no Hawaiians or no Indians in that motherfucking jury. It was only whites and white Latinos. Latino of ethnicity. So therefore it was all white on the jury.
Absolutely.
See, we can't take information from these niggas. I mean, shit.
Latinos are not considered as a race, Gigi. If biologically, it's
ethnicity. It's an ethnicity,
yeah,
but we're talking about from an American standpoint. You know how American.
But I'm saying from the American standpoint, it's only, I want to say 4 or 5.
Child, those were white. There was white Latinos. White is a race. Latino as ethnicity. So everybody was right. All white jury. All white race. Latino is not a effing race, dummies.
No, it's not.
Damn.
No, it's
damn,
not.
Damn.
Who is that you're arguing with now? Love?
Nah, this black 4-eyed dude. I wouldn't cut him off. Yeah. I had to correct his ass.
Girl, you know he probably saying that because he got a white girlfriend.
And knowing these white men want him to cut this shit off his head too. They're gonna get y'all to cut this shit.
They're gonna get him too. He's trying to get some white viewers so he can get some money in his pocket. Yeah, I love you. Love you. Then next thing you know, he'll be behind closed door. Yeah, I just said anything so they can come up and pass the bucket to me.
Okay, so boom, we need to have a conversation real quick. First and foremost, I see that we have quite a few new followers over here. Welcome! Welcome to the Hype family. I am so happy and excited to have you. I truly appreciate you trusting me as a resource and being over here. And I know you're going to love it here. With that being said, I think this is a perfect time for me to reintroduce myself. One, so y'all have a little more background about me and how I get down over here on my platform. And
I don't care about none of that.
From college campus.
Okay, she's annoying already.
Meet Mike Howard, Karmelo Anthony's lead defense attorney, the attorney who didn't force Hunter Metcalf to testify, the attorney who allowed an all-white jury, the attorney who convinced Karmelo not to speak on his own behalf while Kyle Rittenhouse took the stand in his own defense. That's a logical point. The attorney who allowed the father of the deceased and his friends to help prosecute his client, and now Karmelo Anthony has been sentenced to 35 years in prison. I'm going to say what many people are thinking. They trusted this man with their son's life. This wasn't a traffic ticket. This wasn't a misdemeanor. This was a murder case where a young man's entire future was on the line. Again, how do you defend a situation where you got pushed and you stabbed in response? If this guy allowed an all-white jury, yeah, okay. How much y'all pay this man? The man's wearing a pink suit, for God's sakes. He looks like he can't be trusted. Y'all thought that they was going after the black lawyer who represented Rick Chow down in South Carolina? This guy and that guy going to have to run away together and elope down in some place where they can't find you at. There are countless black attorneys across the country who would have handled the high-profile cases, challenged jury selection, and fought aggressively for their clients. We were just talking about Benjamin Crump and others who certainly didn't step up to the plate in this situation. And, you know, Benjamin Crump is there every time. Hey, every time there is a definitive reason to be there. Like, okay, we know that this is a wrong situation. We're going to be here. They weren't there for Karmelo Anthony, though, or that man wasn't there for Karmelo Anthony. Sometimes the biggest gamble isn't made in the courtroom. It's deciding who gets to stand beside you in it. Man, y'all went with a white folks, but hey, let that man would have beat that.
Okay, so boom, we need to have a.
The world is becoming quite enthralled with the criminal justice system, and specifically, they are starting to believe that every case ends in a trial, and this cannot be further from the truth. And so it's sort of like, because y'all been bullshitting, spreading that booty chatter. I've been here for 2 days and I'll bring something that truly matters. Give that reference. Trial.
Child, he lost me with the booty chatter. What the fuck? He lost me with the booty chatter. I can't take this nigga serious. He got ass.
He's undercover. He's undercover.
Girl, ain't shit undercover, honey. Damn. Ain't shit undercover. You must be blind if you can't see. But let's go.
Generally do not happen. The majority, and I mean like 90% of cases are worked out through plea deal or dismissal or some other types of means.
Okay, I can't take him no more.
Karmelo Anthony's $600,000 crowdfunding page has been shut down. Let me explain.
Oh my God, did they do that?
Yes, Gigi, that's what I was telling you.
Oh God, what?
Yes.
No,
Listen
you
to what he got
lying.
to say.
I know you
Listen.
lying. They took all that money?
Yes.
What they do? Who got the money?
The people got the money. They're giving it back to, I guess, whoever. Donate the money. Because the mother them estate, they did not spend no money on no car and no house. That's why I said people put out that lie against them family members, and they need to stop putting out lies.
Oh God, are you serious?
Yeah, they try to act like they didn't pay the lawyer and all that. They did pay that lawyer. And they didn't know what lawyer to get because they ain't never been in no criminal case. So somebody should have gave them some good suggestions, but they suggested that weasel that they got.
I can't believe that. What are you crunching on?
Oh, sorry, Gigi.
It's all in
But
my
yeah,
ear.
but listen, Gigi, listen to it.
Karmelo Anthony's controversial Give, Send, Go fundraiser has officially been shut down after his conviction for the murder of Austin Metcalf. The campaign reportedly raised more than $630,000 and was created for the purpose of helping cover legal expenses, relocation costs, and day-to-day living expenses for the Anthony family during the criminal case. According to Give, Send, Go, the fundraiser was closed because its stated purpose was to support Anthony's pretrial needs, and that purpose has now been completed. The company says the funds were distributed over the past year in accordance with its normal procedures. From a legal standpoint, the key issue is whether the money was used for the purposes described to donors. Simply raising money for a criminal defendant is not illegal. However, Texas law provides remedies if crowdfunding donations were obtained through fraud or material misrepresentation. Under Texas law, donors can pursue claims against the fundraisers if donors were misled about how the money would be used, and criminal penalties exist for the intentional misuse of funds. At this point, there is no official indication that the funds were improperly used. The question isn't whether the fundraiser was legal. It's whether the money was spent consistent with the representations made to donors. Even though the original fundraiser has been closed, Give, Send, Go says the Anthony family could potentially create a new fundraiser if they pursue an appeal and comply with the platform's rules. Should criminal defendants be allowed to raise money online for legal expenses? Would you donate to a legal defense fund if you believed someone was being treated unfairly? Should there be stricter rules about how crowdfunding money is spent? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you like quick legal analysis, follow me.
Oh my God, I'm hurting.
But they didn't say that about Calvin now, and he got more than Carmelo. So that's why I said. And that one woman, I can't think of her name, Brittany. Somebody, she got 100 and some. Baby, that's why I said, baby, they do the most. They do the most. They do the most. They do the most. People, it's because our people go, instead of doing your research, instead of you finding out what really happened, you go with people, the narrative that people throws out there. Oh, like they did this with their money. They bought a car. They bought a house. Them people already lived in a gated community. Okay? If you listen to what the father said, what did Austin father said? What did he say? Oh, since he wants them to live in a gated community, now he's in a gated community. Okay? So if you listen to what the father said, he was privileged. Okay? Oh, you think he this? Okay, so the boy family already had something. They may not have as much as they needed for this type of trial, because if anybody knows, when you're going through this type of trial, it can cost millions of dollars. So at the end of the day, they need to quit putting out the bad news like this family just went and bought this and bought that, about this, about that. Just because I go out and shop doesn't mean I'm not shopping with my money. You know, people are so quick to say things about this boy's parent, but none of them know the facts, because none of them did their research to study the facts. They just going back with, and then you want to say his family, but guess what? Cal's family Austin family doing the same thing. He doing the same thing. Ooh. Go ahead, Gigi. You got the floor, sweetheart.
Y'all, let's get these lights up.
Karmelo Anthony is going to get an appeal because his defense attorney didn't do a good enough job.
Hello to talkers, welcome to Real Law Talk. That's my buddy JD. He's hilarious. You should follow him if you don't. So this is a good chance to talk about what actually happens on an appeal. Simply because you're convicted doesn't mean that you're going to win the appeal. So the only thing that is reviewed on appeal are the legal issues. And things like, did the judge make the right decision in sentencing, or in this case, it was the jury, in admission of evidence? That's a lot of appeals go down that road. And also the weight of the evidence. An appeal is not a do-over of the facts, because in appeals, there's no witnesses. It's simply two lawyers in front of an appellate court, whether there's 3 judges, 5 judges, 9 judges, and they're arguing about the legal issues in the case. So this case is going to come down to, were the jurors seated properly? Was the evidence admitted properly? Those types of issues. It's not he should have been found not guilty because of this. It's not another jury. And that's real law talk.
Karmelo Anthony is going to get an appeal.
Okay, so I changed my mind on the matter, right? Okay, with Karmelo Anthony, if I was on that jury, I definitely would have given him 35 years. And let me explain why. There is nothing worse than I hate than someone who does something horrific but lacks accountability, right? I hate people that find it easier to shift blame than to take accountability for the horrendous act that they've just done. Let me tell you something. We're all human beings. We all make mistakes. And even if that mistake is something to where it's like, oh, I wouldn't have necessarily done that, there is something to be said of a person's character and what they say afterwards regarding the act that they have taken. Okay, there is something to be said. Karmelo Anthony, initially, right, he turned himself in. He went and he told the police, hey, actually, I did do this. And from what I was made to understand, he seemed remorseful. But then you fast forward over to his parents. And let me be clear, I'm still blaming Karmelo because his parents got that story from somewhere, right? They got it from him. All right. So you fast forward over to the parents to him, where now he makes it a bullying situation. He makes it a racial situation. He makes it a fear for my life situation. Instead of just saying, hey, you know what? I acted out. I don't know what got a hold of me. I am so sorry. Maybe you had like a rough day, a rough year. Maybe there was something going on at home, something, right? But to go and to pin that on a deceased person and then go and to make not just them, but also their family the problem is sickening, right? And then you have Mr. Metcalf, right? The victim's father, who goes out of his way to try to create a little bit of unity, to show the world that, hey, this little idea of this being about race, it's not, right? Both families, we both have lost our sons, and just in different ways. Like, let's just come together. Let's pray together. Let's do this together. But then when the mother and the father instead walks away, and now you fast forward to where their parents, like the Metcalf's parents, leave the courtroom, and you got a bunch of useless people yelling out obscenities, celebrating that his son is deceased. Come on.
All right. Tamala, what do you thought about that black woman?
Gigi, I'm gonna let you have that one.
Glory, what you gotta say?
Girl, where did they get them from? Because she looks so like an alien. Where is they getting them from, girl? But at the end of the day, Gigi, I feel like accountability was taken in the action. I feel like Karmelo was sorry for his action. He showed remorse. Most of the time you see cases like this, there's no remorse, okay? And they still get slapped on the wrist, okay? Get a couple of years, okay? 2 years maybe 3. Well, how many Kate Anthony, she didn't even get that many, okay? So let me just say this. Accountability starts with everybody, not just with Karmelo and his family. Okay, it starts with Jeff Metcalf as well. It starts with his brother Hunter as well. So if we're gonna say accountability is everything, then he should have been up on the stand telling his truth. Okay, so that's why I say people are so biased. Even our own people, they're so biased. They're so one-sided. Because they own the bandwagon 1 minute with us, but let that hit her house. Let it hit her house tonight. Oh, they are racist. Whoa. If somebody come up and boom, hit her in her head. Oh, they did that because what's going on now? They are very racist. But don't wait till it hits your house. Speak out, because accountability is everything. And you have to see both sides. And that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing both sides. That man, she said, try to show some grace. He never tried to show some grace. The only reason why he couldn't speak, because he had a gag order. Let's get that clear. And the only reason why the judge gave him that is because the judge knew he was going to blow his own case. You see how he's acting now. So that's accountability. Do you see the other side? The defendant, family members acting out like that? No, you don't. So she can say what she want to say, but the truth is there.
All right.
What do you have to say, Gigi? What do you think?
Oh my God. What do I
Yeah,
think
the
about
truth
him?
about accountability. What do you think?
Well,
I would
ask
like
me
to
the
hear your opinion.
what ask me the question again.
Okay.
Now take
Do
that
you
food out your mouth. You know they already think that we ghetto, girl, and we can't eat properly, and you up here with a mouthful of food talking like you ain't been raised right. There they go.
girl?
Look at that black ass. There they go. They can't
Oh
do
yeah,
shit right.
that jerk chicken and them
You
oxtail.
know,
Okay,
you know
but
they probably think you fat.
oh girl,
Oh,
I don't care what they think. That I'm
I
not living
know
for
you
them,
don't.
baby. Are they paying
I
for
know.
mine, honey?
Mm,
No. Did they give me the 40 acres and a mule? No, they did not.
mm,
They didn't
mm.
give nobody it. So at the end of the day, back to the thing, the TG. But I want to ask you the question that she just said about Jeff Metcalf giving grace. Do you actually believe he was giving grace to the Karmelo Anthony and his family? In your honest opinion?
Do I say it again?
She said he was trying to give Karmelo Anthony and his family a little bit of grace.
Carmela.
Okay.
Who was trying to give
Jeff
him grace?
Metcalf. Jeff Metcalf.
That's
Hunter's father.
oh
Hunter's and
the
Austin's
daddy.
father.
How is he
Uh-huh.
trying to give him, how is he trying to give him grace?
That's what I'm asking.
Oh, yeah, did she did all that talking and didn't explain that?
That's what I'm saying. How did
Oh.
how did he
Well,
give
okay. Look, black conservative. See, this is what black conservative get you. Okay. When you are making a statement, you have to back it up with an explanation. We have to know exactly where you're coming from with your talking points, because you're just saying that he gave him grace. You need to go into detail. What does that mean? Exactly how did he give him grace? Like if she failed to give that, then that's horrible. Yeah.
Absolutely. But I'm gonna say this, Gigi. A
Hold
lot of these
on.
people
Hold on. USM says short memory span. No, babe. It's just she wasn't talking about shit. Okay. She
she just
wasn't
didn't
talking about shit. I was just letting her play for your ass. She wasn't talking about shit. And clearly
right,
you don't even know what she said.
right.
You weren't
And
even talking about it.
how did she give grace? That's what I want to know. Can anybody tell me how did she give Karmelo Anthony and his family grace? How did he give them grace? How did Jeff give them grace?
He ain't give no grace.
Right. Because he had a gag order. He couldn't talk at first. So
And
when
he
he
just
was
running
able
that
to
mouth
talk,
now. He got
right.
diarrhea in the mouth.
So when the gag order came out, what grace did you see? Because that's why I said everybody is trying to get piggyback off of this case
Oh,
and talk
shut
about
up. Talking about where the father knew he was in pain and he tried to pray. The father ain't pray hard enough. Because if you in prayer all those times, then you are a disciplined Christian to know to close your mouth, to know that, hey, victory is won. You are not going to be moved by the opinions or thoughts of others because you've been in prayer for so fucking long. And if you've been a Christian for how many years? 40, 50 years? You're supposed to be a soldier, goddamn. You're supposed to be a goddamn lieutenant. How are you going to be moved based on social media? You shouldn't even be on social media because social media to a Christian is the devil's playground. Why are you idolizing your mind on the devil's playground? Your ass need to be busy praying with your other son. Okay? So now that's bullshit. You know, y'all not going to use the fake Christian. A lot of y'all do a lot of fake performances, baby. Ain't nobody fooled. Ain't nobody fooled.
Girl, they're gonna feel it on Sunday morning when
Don't
they
let me
think
get
they
to
got
start
the Holy Ghost. But let me just say this, Gigi. You know,
hold on. What you say? You don't even get moved by your own culture's murder. Yes, we do. How much y'all murder my people and my ancestors? Is after murder you talking about? How many slaves did you unalive? That's the murders. We can talk about murders. Okay?
Oh, don't forget.
How our murders, our blood is filled in America. America is filled with blood stains of our people because we were murdered. Don't you dare talk to me about no murder. Don't you do it. When you murdered our spirits, you don't you do it. You murdered our babies, throwing black babies to the elevator, and you want to. We are moved by murder. We are moved by murder. Hell, don't you get me started. But USM, you see how you provoked me? You did this. This your fault. Y'all get the likes up. Get the likes up.
You poked the bear and you got it.
Oh.
But now, Gigi, deep down inside, this woman wasn't saying anything. She was trying to just get a come up. A lot of people that's out there that's coming out, you never seen them, and they just creating a page and jumping up they just trying to get a come up. They speaking up on it because they trying to get a come up. So they feel like if I go against my own culture, then I'll get the money, I'll receive the funds that I need. Okay, but I wouldn't. Let me just clear this up. That's when you're selling your soul to the puppet master.
Ooh, selling their soul. Selling their soul.
You're selling your soul.
Oh my God. I'm scared.
See, that's why I always say, make the money. Don't let the money make you. Because let me tell you something. If you let the money make you, you can be bought and sold at any given time. Any given time. And that's what y'all doing now. That's what they doing. They sold. Charleston White got scared. Come up off of it. Now he done sold his soul. Come on now, y'all just selling your soul. And then you run back to God and say, oh, God, forgive me. What? You sold your soul. What, to have wealth that ain't even guaranteed that you will keep? It's a crazy piece of work. Because that's what they're doing. Everybody's trying to get piggyback off of this boy's case. So what they say, they'll go they'll talk about their own team, us, on Karmelo. We team Karmelo. Then, okay, they'll act like somebody strike their page. So I can't talk about it no more. So yes, I want to apologize. Really? So you mean to tell me you allowing them to put fear in you? Nah, bruh. Then you need to stay on the porch and quit opening your mouth, bruh and sis. Don't open your mouth. Just be quiet. But if you got genuine love, then you know perfect love casts out all fear. That's all I got to say, JG. Yeah, they be selling their soul. It's sad. It's sad. As the old clip would say, they want a piece of the pie.
No, you did not. Truth, try to silence the soul. What you know about agape? Let me tell you something about agape. They kidnapped me and took me to the agape church in California. I've been to the agape church. I've been to it. Yeah, they
Gigi,
kidnapped
good
me.
people don't know nothing about the agape, Gigi.
You know you're a Christian. Stop it.
Are they? Are they?
They all say they're Christian. Shit.
But are they?
I'm going to accept it as it is. Yes.
So you know about the agape then.
Let me try to find a clip. Oh, hell. Oh. I know there's more clips out here on this internet.
Listen, folks, you can't make this shit up. Now, the people who support the Anthonys, now.
Okay, why am I hearing all that music? And why do they keep forcing this shit in my face? Why I'm not saying the people I want to hear.
And to all the black people going against Karmelo, you got predominantly white friendships, don't you? Statistically, you have a white partner, don't you? Yeah, that's exactly what the fuck it's giving.
Karmelo Anthony parents, I think you failed your son. I'm sorry, I think you did. Look, you went to go.
Girl, we done seen more black people going against Karmelo Anthony than anything. We are.
But the lady, but if
the
you go
black
back,
community is doomed. We are done.
but if you go back to where that one lady before you came to her, she was telling the truth. She said the reason why y'all stating what you're stating because y'all got black girlfriends and boyfriends. I mean, white girlfriends and boyfriends. That's what she was saying. Oh yeah, that's why and that's what they do. That's why they go do because if they go another way, they might be sleeping in the doghouse tonight. So I got to go ahead on and say this, even though I don't believe it. That's why I said they selling their soul.
Do a GoFundMe, and then you went to go buy an $800,000 new house.
Why is this bitch lying?
Gigi, how you gonna buy $800 and some $1,000 house, but with 600 and some thousand?
A new house to get out of that racist.
Come on,
maybe. Okay, but did it have to be $800 and some $1,000? Could you afford that before the damn GoFundMe? That's why I don't contribute to GoFundMe. That's why I don't. Look, then you want to go get you a new car. Yeah, you could have got you a new car, but not right goddamn now.
That's why they can't take black people serious. God damn, they can't take these niggas serious.
and now you see why Metcalf said we gave you this and we gave you that.
God
Okay,
damn, you can't take these niggas serious.
Right, girl.
Child, I'm trying. Oh, I'm trying so bad. Oh God.
Gigi, when are we on the porch, east side porch?
They making it so fucking hard. God
Are
damn.
we on the east side porch?
Yeah.
Oh. But yes, girl, I'm telling you, it's silly. It's silly.
Then you want to go get an expensive ass Cadillac. Allegedly. You didn't need no Cadillac. You needed a Nissan.
Okay. Now, Charleston White just recounted his story. He went in on Austin Metcalf's father.
We already did that. Where you been at, girl? Shit.
No, he went. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we already did that. Okay, turn that off.
On the lot.
Who is that?
Cadillac dealership. You failed your son. It's because you took the money and did all this goofy shit, and then excuse my language, you did all that goofy stuff, and then didn't go get him the best lawyer in the state of Texas. He already had the stuff stacked against him with the jury. He already was in a racist state. He was already the daddy was already friends with the judge, and you thought going to get a new house and a new car was going to help you win that case, huh? No, you got some explaining to do about all that money was out there for your son, and you didn't get the best lawyer in the state.
Oh, baby, she needs to shut up.
Accountable. Your son got 35 years. Yes, he hurt somebody, but he should have never got 35 years. I know it was a plea there out there somewhere.
Oh my God.
Don't take this man's side, we'll give you 10. No, but I think that GoFundMe would have stopped. I could be wrong. But see, I think y'all got greedy. And y'all say, you know what, we're gonna let that GoFundMe go up. We're gonna go get a house, a Cadillac, and we may get some more money to come here to maybe get a okay lawyer. Hell, you could have used some of the money for Ben Crump. Hell, to get it more out there.
She ain't slow, I'll pay you.
I don't know who you could have used. But you failed your son when it came financially, when it came down to beating a big time damn case. Hello.
Girl, how much? You know what? That's why I said, Gigi, I hate to say it, and I'm gonna say it. That's why I have to say it, and I'm gonna say it. And I please forgive me after I say it, and I ask God to forgive me. But that's why I don't like some of our people. I
don't like some of our niggas either. You ain't the only one.
Guess what? That was really dumb. Because if you add up what the man just said, he had 630,000. Okay. And you talking about an $800 and some thousand dollar home, okay? $850 or $1,000 home. Come on now, and then a new car, which is what y'all try to say was approximately a new Cadillac is like 40 to 50, maybe 60. It depends on if it's fully loaded. So do the math, okay? Do the math. She's not even mapping it out. Then everything she said, she ain't even mapping it out. But the man, didn't you just put it on her when the man said there was no ill will done? They said the family can do another GoFundMe. And when he do the appeal, ain't that what the man just got through saying? So why would y'all sit there and keep putting this lie out there about this man's family? For these white bros. Forgive me, Lord. But that's why I say our people can be the dumbest crock of people I've ever met and seen. And then she's on a slow boat to China. I don't know what the girl pretty good. And you can barely talk, honey. Forgive me. If you have a speech impairment or you got something going on, forgive me. But that was still dumb conversation. Just like the black woman that you asked, standing there, looked like an alien. Looked like AI to put her together. You know, you got people making a mockery out of the situation, and they don't, just so they can get some money. Just so they can get some money. But they can't do the math. They're not mapping it out. Just ooh, our people can just ooh, and hear it for their own ears, but still want to say this. The man just sit up there and said, if they did something illegal with the money, okay, he said by Texas law, they can go to jail, they can get in trouble, okay, but they didn't do nothing, no ill will with the money. The man sit there and said that. He said they are able to do another GoFundMe when they do the appeal process. The fund me for them, for the boy. So come on now. Why would y'all sit there and do that? To fund his case. Okay? That's what I said. They wanna sit up here and say this and that, but I ain't even paying attention to nothing. Leave that boy and his family alone. If you don't know your facts and you haven't heard it, then maybe you need to research your facts before you go say anything. That's the best thing ever to research. Go ahead, Gigi. I'm so sorry, Gigi. They just be eating me up. It's just saying anything.
What they say about you?
I'm talking, they ain't say nothing about me. I'm saying they eat me up when they saying silly stuff about, oh, she went out and bought a house. She went out and bought this car. She took the money. The man just stood there and stated, and he was a white man that stated that. There was nothing ill intentions done with the money. How much do you think a case like this costs? And plus, it's a black gentleman. It's a black young man. It's going to cost from 600 or more to $1 billion. So every penny practically went to the attorney. He took that money and ran with it after he bamboozled them. He should be in front of the bar association. You ask me? They need to contact the bar against him because he didn't properly represent that boy. He just took it and ran with it.
I am flabbergasted, if that's the word. There's people on this app and different social media sites where black people are going up to random white people, and some of these white people they look homeless. I'm not trying to be rude. And they're going up to them and hitting them. It's like, hey, was you on the Karmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf trial?
Oh, this is lies. What is it? Did you hear this shit? Why would she get up here and say this?
Gigi, I told you people are doing anything for money.
But it's it's the blacks.
Okay, you just said it. And that's why I said some of that with Mr. Kyle, hate to say it, was true. Some of that was true. You give them an inch, they take a mile. They won't. And that's what it is. They sitting up there trying to get rich off of this boy's name. It's all about money now. Don't nobody really care about nobody. And that's sad.
So for those of you that probably didn't see Austin Metcalf's dad say, y'all want me to give you something that'll go viral? Austin Metcalf is a watermelon felon. This is the type of stupid crap that will make someone call you racist and would be low-key kind of justified just a little bit, because at minimum, just a little bit, because it doesn't matter what people say about you. You don't have to entertain the narrative. You don't have to entertain everything. There is a reason, there is a time and a place to respond to foolishness, and there's time to just let it go. There's time to let it go. He then goes on to say, I forgave, Karmelo Anthony because if I did not go insane, and blah, blah. I respect all of that he said. I respect all of it. But the fact that you lean into racist narrative, you lean into people calling you racist, you lean into the negativity, you say, I'll give you something that'll make it go viral. It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. Because
he did it because he wanted to. The people at the top is pushing him to do it for an agenda, because if you're a real Christian, you wouldn't give in to that. How you going to be a real Christian for 60 years and you dedicated to Christ, and then you just going to give in emotionally to social media after you got the verdict that you wanted? I mean, you're not no Christian. You are not that strong in your faith for you to just easily do 2 to 3 hours. I mean, you thought about it, you let it marinate, you recorded it, then you pushed it out there. Like, give me a break.
I just want to say,
go ahead.
I just want to say that, even though he's going through that, I do thank God for the people that are showing up, because Rick Ross is freaking out right now. Boosie Boo is speaking out. LeBron James is stepping up. You got people that are stepping up because a lot of people know this is wrong. Just like Jasmine, what's her name? Jasmine Crockett. I want to make sure I'm saying it right. but I think I am. But she's speaking out, like she said, this young man had a little, whatever it was, instrument, whatever they want to call it, knife, whatever, like she said, whatever it was only 2 to 3 inches. She said, I could understand if this young man hit this young man more than once with this thing, but it only happened once. But what people fail to realize, just like if a person poked themselves with the ice pick or anything, with a little wound like that, it automatically closes, and you don't, and you bleed inside, not outside, hun. So a lot of things could have, a lot of things could have happened that even was out of this young man's control, even after the incident, because to my understanding, they must have thought he was okay, because nobody got no help for him, not even his brother.
All right. Well, this is what I want to say to you. You talking about demons always claiming others aren't Christians. Stop giving demons a reason to call you out as a Christian. You a Christian. We should know you by your works. Your ass should be set apart from the fucking demons. How can we claim you a Christian when you acting like a damn demon? Hello? That performance that man gave, that 3 hours, that wasn't Christian like. Jesus wouldn't do it. That was on demon. Okay? Talking about, well, I would have did this and I would have committed murder. That's demonic.
Well, if his brother held him as he was leaving this world, I just want to say this. If I'm holding my brother as I leave the world, why wouldn't I get on the stand and tell what I saw? Why wouldn't it? Where that at, sir? Because you, ma'am, whoever you are, he never once took the stand. And he should have, and told what he saw if he was help holding his brother. But don't quote me now, but allegedly somebody said he wasn't holding his brother. Now, and that was people that was there. And so if all this is true, why won't y'all release the video? Why won't y'all protest the county to release the video? Because several judges have also asked them to release the video, and they still refuses. You know why? Because it's a lie. Y'all know it's a lie. Y'all know if they release that video, that young man is walking free. Because it will show exactly what really happened. And that's another thing that y'all don't want to do. And all your children with their phones, you mean to tell me this day and time, didn't nobody record the black boy getting choked and hit by Austin? Oh, yes, they did. And that's another thing. But believe me, if the Lord give me breath, I will be there when he goes to his appeal trial. I've been praying about this one. And I don't care about y'all standing around to do what you gotta do. Because let me tell you something. We coming like the army. We coming like we protecting Fort Knox and the gold. You better believe it.
No, you didn't, Justice. On behalf of the white community, I hereby repo Secret Service Sam Whiteness. Let me tell you something, Justin. You should be thanking that white man. You should get on your knees and thank him because he is saving your butt, okay? He is saving you. He is giving you grace because it's black people looking at him and saying, you know what? They all aren't like that. You know what I'm saying? So you need to give him honor, okay? Because he's doing justice. He's doing God's work. God's anointed one.
These people are so bitter. They so bitter, G.
He's doing God's work.
This has been in their hearts for years. You got to laugh that off.
Ain't you a Christian? You supposed to give grace. Hello? You supposed to give grace. Okay. How am I the suspected demon that's giving more grace than you are? Huh? That don't make sense. Do better, Christian. All right. So, ain't that a mess? Ain't a mess.
Austin Metcalf is dead. May he rest in peace. And he was stabbed to death by another person who is now going to spend over 30 years in prison, as deserved, because that's what we call murder in our society. Now, if you've noticed,
all these black people, girl. Girl, is this blackface? They getting black puppets to do their work. They said, fuck it, we don't got to do it. Let's just get a black people to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
This is the new blackface, y'all. This is the new era of the blackface. My goodness. Ugh.
Karmelo Anthony did receive 35 years in prison, but that trial was not fair.
Okay, let's see what your best shot is, buddy.
What we need to understand is that during jury selection, there were 3 black women that were struck down. Now, the reason why they were struck down because they were considered traditional educators and they were too close to the school-aged children.
We need to clarify something before he goes on any further and tries to obfuscate with his age bullshit. The prosecution's main argument was that these 3 black teachers would be labeled as traditional educators. The argument does not hinge on the fact that these 3 black educators would be teaching people around the same age as Metcalf and Anthony. And you can clearly see that when they say at the bottom, they did not want traditional educators on the panel. Just because it's young students has nothing to do with the hinged argument that these 3 black educators are labeled as traditional.
But if you actually did your research and looked at the jury pool, you would have noticed that one of the jury members was an educator. The white educator was an esthetician who worked in a trade school.
Holy shit, you cannot make this up. Let's read it super slowly for Bubskis. An esthetician is not a traditional classroom educator.
The murder conviction of Karmelo Anthony has divided a nation. Just read the comments on the stories about the verdict, or better yet, take a listen to some of what the people who were there outside the courthouse had to say.
In what world would you live in where a white kid would be getting convicted by an all-black jury? That would never happen.
I hate to say it, but I think it's a lot of these people are here just because of the color of Karmelo's skin. I think it's they're making it a racial issue where I don't feel like it was a racial issue.
To me, it's a tragedy on both sides. You know, you got one family who has literally lost a child they'll never see again, and then you got another family who's losing their kid. You know, the young man's going to be gone for a while, but at least they're going to get him back.
Anthony was sentenced for the murder of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf after a confrontation last year at a track meet in Texas. The defense wanted the jury to consider that the stabbing incident, which led to Metcalf's death, was done in fear and haste. If that consideration had been granted, Anthony could have faced far less time. But prosecutor Bill Worski, he wanted the max. He asked the jury to consider a life sentence, telling jurors mercy to the guilty is cruelty to the innocent. The 19-year-old was sentenced to 35 years. I'm not going to rehash the case. By now, you know the gist of what happened, but I will leave you with this information. Black males receive sentences 13.4% longer than white males. That's based on a government study from 2017 to 2021. And 48% of the approximately 206,000 individuals serving life and virtual life sentences are African American. Anthony did not have a criminal record, and there were no black jurors in a county where 12% of the population is black. The murder conviction of Karmelo Anthony has
I think the craziest part about racism and stereotypical things is that they be wrong most of the time. I'm a teacher, so I want you guys to use your brains and use your research and use your typing skills to look up which demographic of men are most likely to be in their child's lives. Go look it up. I'm going to give the answer in like 5 seconds. Go look up which fathers are active by race in their kids' lives. You went and go look. If you didn't, you get an F. But if you did, you would see that black men are the most active fathers in their kids' lives. Where's the stereotype that black kids don't have their dad?
What y'all got to say about that, Republicans? Huh? Did y'all hear that? Republicans in the chat, did y'all hear about that about black fathers? They are more in a household than you guys are. How do y'all feel about that? Huh? How do y'all feel about that? That's what the Black Queen said. Are y'all gonna bow down to the black queen?
Right.
Are y'all gonna bow? Republicans in the chat, are y'all gonna bow down to the black queen? Huh?
They don't know what to say, Gigi. You done got them.
I got the Republicans in the chat.
Yes,
Why do we see so many black women talk about their 5 kids and no father? It's AI. USM, that's AI, man. You didn't know that? That's AI.
That's what Jeff Metcalf said. Oh, they got 5 or 6 to 8 kids with no father. But you wasn't in your home. You wasn't in your it was you wasn't a 2-parent household. Duh. Duh. Come on now. And they probably didn't even want to be with you, but you probably forced the mother hand.
Oh my God.
Fuck you.
Is that Christian like? Is that how you Republicans do it? Is that Christian like? I thought you're supposed to be strong in the walk of God. You know, you don't allow a black man, you don't allow black people that you seem as beneath you. You don't allow them to provoke you to anger because you have the strength of Almighty God. And with God, you can do anything. So why couldn't he keep his composure? Because he didn't want to.
Oh, and what's your name? Donnie. What's his name? Donnie Darko, whatever it is. I'ma just say this. Y'all always ready to say we have low IQs. But guess what? What was Karmelo at IQ? What was Austin's? Come on now. It wasn't high.
Let me say something. I got white friends, okay? So I can't be a racist. I have white friends, okay?
And white family members.
Hold on. Do you know every time I go to McDonald's, I'm greeted by a white person and I'm very nice to them, okay? And they give me my Sprite and my fries, okay? Okay. Did you know that? I can't be a racist, okay? Do you know when I go out to eat and a white person serves me, I tip them? Did you know that? Come on now. I got white friends, okay? You know, white people smile at me and I wave at them. You know? I can't be a racist. Oh my God.
Ooh, Lord. Girl. They is something else, honey. Them people in that chat, baby. They are furious. They came over here just to entertain. They are furious.
$2 isn't a tip. Well, listen, that's all I can afford because your president, Trump, got the gas higher than an AT&T phone bill. The eggs are still high. Everything is high. You see how he lies? I can't afford to give more than $2 because of y'all Republican president. The Republicans are just making a mess in the White House.
Right. Yeah. And then Gigi, what they don't know, Trump is sitting on that money that he said he was gonna give out because he gonna tip out the dough with it. That's how dumb they are.
Right.
They worried about us, and your president is robbing you.
That's right. That's right.
Big mega for you.
Donnie gonna talk about how many black people kill black people every weekend. Like you give a damn about black people's lives, and you like that. You like it. It's at least they getting rid of each other. That's how you feel. That's how.
And how many of your people
do what they do to their family members, whoop on their mama, daddy, all that. We wasn't taught to whoop our mamas and daddies and fight them. We sure wasn't taught that. No, we was not. Yes, our mothers instilled the fear of God in us.
Talking about guaranteed is because of who you vote for. Gas where I live is never went higher than Biden. Bull crap. I live in a Republican county and it's very high. It is very high.
Yes, it is.
It's high. It's high everywhere. Just stop it. You're full of crap. You're so full of crap.
Well, since y'all give us something, give us some more money then. Since y'all always the giver. Y'all the gift to keep is going giving with them lies. That's what they be giving out, lies. Like they so superior. Yes, your Mr. Metcalf said it better. Y'all feel entitled. He said it. He wasn't talking about us. He was talking about his own race. For real. They feel entitled. They feel entitled. He got mad. Oh, who thought of that? The appreciation award trophy. Who thought of that?
Donnie.
Yeah,
Donnie.
That's who he got mad about.
Donnie. You know what? Can the black community live amongst the white community? Can we live amongst you guys? Because it's so dangerous in the inner city. Would you do that? Would you open your heart like Jesus? Huh? Would you let us be your neighbors, Donnie?
I got some nice white neighbors in my neighborhood.
Yeah,
I'm in an upscale neighborhood.
We want to move in with the white ones, with the white community. Do y'all
I got them.
Yeah, we want to move in with y'all.
And guess what? They don't think this is cool. They don't think this is cool. They not going out protesting, but they don't believe in that.
Donnie, can we move in next to you? Huh, Donnie?
Because at the end of the day, they don't want to smell their flesh stinking.
Right, Auntie.
Yes, TT. Yes, TT. I'm telling them.
Tell them some more, Auntie.
For real, they don't want to. I live in an upscale neighborhood, and my neighbors, they don't think this is right. They don't think this is right. But guess what? They ain't doing what these people do because you know why? They are genuine Christians. They don't want to see their flesh. They don't want to see their flesh burning and smelling that stinky flesh. No, they don't want to feel. No, they don't want to. But these are not Christians. These people are not Christians. They're not. They don't produce love.
Donnie won't even let us move into his neighborhood
because he don't like.
But Donnie, that's why. Hold on, Donnie. You want us to go into your heaven, but you don't want us to move into your neighborhood. That don't.
What heaven? I'm not going into Donnie's heaven. He ain't got no heaven. Don't say that about me, honey, because I don't know what Donnie believe in. Donnie might be believing in that demonic spirit.
They all Christians.
Girl, okay.
Just like the KKK. Ain't the KKK Christians too?
Gigi, they hate their own kind. How can they? If they hate their own kind, poor white folks, they hate them. So how can they be? Come on now. You can't even get in on white supremacy. They don't really like their own kind either. You see how they treat them. And that's dumb. That's why they back up stuff. They back up stuff and they participate in things when they own kind don't even like them. Because guess what? Hitler had to make it seem like Germans have blonde hair and blue eyes. No, Hitler, you didn't even have blonde hair and blue eyes. And that was a contradiction. So that's what I said. See, that's why I said these people, no. They don't even know nothing. Follow the leader. Educate yourself.
Time out, Donnie. You forget Trump loves the black community. He says it all the time, how much he loves us. Trump loves the black
He
community.
loves our legs, baby. He
Yeah.
loves our
He
legs.
loves Nicki Minaj. He loves the black community. That would never happen because Trump loves the black community so much. He would never. What you got to say about that, Donnie?
You know what they say? You go black, you never go back.
Yeah.
And that's what Trump has said. Oh, I got Nikki. Oh, this is the best
Ooh,
boy
look.
I've ever
Look,
had.
love talking about leave Nikki out of it. I knew she black. I bet you love ain't even white, girl.
Uh-huh.
She a
She
fucking
is black.
yeah.
Girl,
Just
she
like these black TikTokers pretending to be something. You know, that's what it is.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, she done gave it away with that Nikki
Girl,
shit.
she wants to be something, girl, that she ain't. That's why you gotta listen and pay attention. Cause see, they give their own self away. I give myself away. Yeah. They give themselves away.
God caught her ass. She black.
Uh-huh.
She black.
Uh-huh, with them lies. That's what I tell you. You gotta sit back and watch. They spill everything.
I thought I was talking to real white person. This shit is she ain't even white. Damn.
Right.
The fun ain't even here no more.
Right.
Girl,
Just a comedian.
I want to talk to some real white people. Shit.
Right. Not the imitation ones.
You ain't even white.
Right, the imitation. You right.
Girl, sit your ass down, Keisha.
Looking like a clown.
Keisha. Go ahead, Keisha and Ray. Ray. Girl, I thought I was talking to the real thing.
Girl, you got the real thing, all right. Jesse James' sister.
Yeah. And all these men, they probably Hispanic. They ain't even real white man. They're just Hispanic. Yeah.
Girl. And I know they really shouldn't be in the comment section.
Well, you know that's what they doing.
Girl, let me tell you something. If you just like that one lady that thought Mr. Trump, I voted for you. Right. But he had ICE take you on up out of there. So, that's why I said, these people play that they so dumb. They try to face up to Trump, face up to MAGA, try to act like, oh yeah, Mr. Trump. Trump don't care about your vote. He had other people that vote for him. He didn't care about that one vote, so he sent you up out of here with ICE. Get her out of my face. Yeah, that's exactly what he did. So did. And I said, look at him. Trump just let him know. Y'all thinking y'all was going, I was going to send the blacks back to Africa. Oh, yeah, y'all already heard that. Oh, yeah, I'm sending them back to Africa. Okay. Right. Is that what you assume? Everybody didn't come from Africa. See, that's why I say they don't even know, Gigi. They don't even know. They the very person that push out history and all that. And how can you teach me anything when you don't even know nothing?
All right, honey. You know what? I enjoyed y'all. We're going to run out of here. Thank you, Tamala.
You're welcome, Chi-Chi.
All right.
And y'all have a good night, chat. And those that are, we're going to still be there for Karmelo. We're going to still keep the prayers up. And yes, and we're going to also pray for Miss Metcalf because she needs it. She is a mother that is grieving.
All right. We out. Bye-bye, y'all.
But that daddy can go take a hike.